DJ like that.
Hey everybody, you are watching and listening to the We Are RIZIN podcast. This is your host, Andrew Benjamin. I'm joined officially by invite, not by any other circumstance, but an official invite. Sam Root, fresh off Twitter jail as well. So,
yeah, fresh off a continuous lawsuit with Obama. But I'm here. We're here strongly today.
Yes. So since this is officially your official invite, in case of I don't think I may have asked you on that that group thing I did with the kickboxing and MMA, how you became a fan, all that stuff, but just whatever. Say it all again.
Okay. Fan of Japanese martial arts or MMA?
Oh yeah, RIZIN. Well, yeah, like you have Japanese martial arts, RIZIN. If you remember the first RIZIN show you watched or match even.
The first RIZIN show I watched was, I think it was Asakura versus Kyoji. It was one of them. That was the first one I watched live, and I paid the pay-per-view, whatever it was. Can't remember what service it was even on. But I think after that, it slowly transpired into more of a full-time thing where I'd be watching every event. 2021 would probably be my strongest year, and then the years following. I spent a lot of money on Fight TV.
So wait, was this the first Kai? Did you say? I apologize if you said I didn't hear. Was it the first Kai fight?
It was the rematch.
Sorry? Oh, the rematch. Okay, got it. Yeah. And so you stuck with it ever since, through thick and thin.
Of course.
Through fights and RIZIN.TV and other ways.
RIZIN TV was an innovation, right? No more Fight TV. That's what I was thankful for. Or what was the other one? Live Now?
Yeah, Live Now. Yes, Live Now.
Awful.
Oh, hey Chris, thank you for joining the chat as well. Thank you. And I see Isha. I saw you complaining, so I tried to get this ball rolling. And sorry, 128 bits. Apologies and rest in peace to your cat. Oh, and yes, I know Tro still owes you $40. City Life, Isha. So yeah. By the way, Isha, you're doing a show tomorrow, right? I think you're doing a preview, right? I think that's what I heard through the grapevine, right? Live or something like that. But anyway, we're here to talk. God, remember this. Always fucking do this. Like this thing, like the stream. Make a comment, whatever. It helps the algorithm, all that stuff. Yes, okay, there it is tomorrow. Yes, but we're gonna talk about RIZIN Landmark 14 in Sendai in a bit because this card is absolutely off the charts with just A tier level fights.
Quality.
It's quality, capital Q quality. But first, let's talk about little things that just happened, this past week. I guess we had some UFC related stuff that I think would be interesting to talk. Yes, right here. Kai and Machi winning, and then Jin Aoi and Yuto Takanori Gomi Nanigawa both losing, getting eliminated from the Road to UFC. First, I'll ask you, Sam. Kai winning. Were you happy?
Very happy. I think bantamweight was always his division. He came over at flyweight for the title opportunity, obviously, but now that he's up at bantamweight, I probably envision more success for him, deeper into the division.
I am happy with the win, but I think some people just gotta calm the fuck down and suddenly he becomes like a top 15 fighter in some people's eyes, and it's just no, beating Cam Smotherman is not.
Yeah,
does not make you a world beater. I'm sorry to say, it really doesn't. It's a great highlight win, and the fucking man needed it. He really needed something like that, but we need to hold the brakes a bit.
I think it's an MMA fan thing. I think people need to temper their expectations, but obviously once something happens inside of MMA, they get very excited and they want to build off that. Right now at bantamweight, I don't think it's too far-fetched to say that Kai could be ranked, just because of how thin I feel the lower part of those bantamweight rankings are. But I don't think he'll get a ranked opportunity after this. by any means.
If you don't mind me, I was gonna do this. If you want to, okay, to see who you like. If I was trying to like think like who in the top 15 he could possibly beat, and right now, if you ask me, he does not beat Peter Yan at all. He does not beat Marab. He does not beat Umar. I don't think he beats Sean O'Malley. What about Corey Sandhagen? Do you think he could beat
Corey Sandhagen would beat him.
You know, the funny thing is, like, I know Corey Sandhagen fights for UFC. I've seen his name on cards, but I've never ever seen him fight. I don't think.
It's pretty forgettable. People seem to have an illusion of him being this tricky technical striker who's got knockout power, but his last knockout was Frankie Edgar, I believe, 2020.
Well, also remember he broke Figueiredo's leg. Like,
oh yeah, he had that leg, but that was a referee stoppage. It was more of like a submission more than anything.
If you look at like this top 15, who do you think that Kai would possibly have a competitive fight against or could possibly beat? I only see like maybe 2 names on here.
Raul Rosas, Vinicius Oliveira, probably Cheeto. I think maybe Figueiredo at this point. I think the rest would beat him just due to the difference in grappling.
I think he could easily beat Figueiredo.
Right now,
Vera, I think
Vera, I think he'd beat him. This current state of Vera, who seems very gun shy, seems very boring, very DLC downloady.
I think he could potentially beat Barcelos. I think he could have a chance, but I don't think he beats Rosas. I think Rosas would just grapple fuck him for 3 rounds, quite honestly.
The thing is that with Rosas, I don't think there's any offensive wrestling threat there, as opposed to a Pantoja or a Tim Elliott, you know, someone who can transition from striking to wrestling to grappling seamlessly. Rosas seems very dead set on the grappling. You know, he goes into the clinch, he tries tripping, he shoots these low effort, poor shots, very low. Like against an Asakura who has KO power, I don't feel confident in Rosas being able to get the fight to the ground as easy as he wants it to be.
I know, Isha, I know you want to keep him away from Unk Barcelos, but man, he has to fight somebody. I know he's a proper killer, but he has to face somebody who's eventually like a grappler. It's going to happen if he somehow makes his way to the top 5. They're all grapplers. Like
that's the UFC.
Yeah, even Song Yadong, who's not known as a grappler, has probably like edges like
Team
I think
Alpha
in striking. Sorry, go ahead.
Team Alpha Male.
Yeah, Team Alpha Male. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
But who would you put him up against next? If you got the book.
If I had the book, I'd just book him versus Cheeto. You know, Cheeto's not booked. Cheeto's on what, a four fight loss streak now? I think it's a good layup to get Asakura ranked. I just worry for what happens after that, you know?
I was thinking, and I was like, I was going to say, I know that he got injured recently, and I know he's out of his match with Bryce Mitchell, but I was going to say Victor Henry. I think he's safe. I don't think he's a world beater in grappling where you can kind of, it's still, I think that's a beatable fight for him. Isha, you're saying Cheeto or Cody No Love? I don't, Cody Garbrandt?
I think he's friends with Cody Garbrandt through this Billy Bigelow shit, right?
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I wouldn't imagine they'd do that one.
I would do the Victor Henry. I would do Victor Henry once he's not injured anymore. So I don't know. What do you think about that?
I think it's high risk, low reward. In my opinion, because I don't think Victor Henry, as you said, is exactly a world beater, but I don't think he's like a scrub to say. I think he can pretty easily take the fight to the ground, and maybe he won't finish Asakura, but he could definitely sniff out a decision over 15. I feel.
I know it's a fun fight for the hardcores, Isha. I absolutely know. You're playing the deep theme. You know what? You should play the You should just for the preview tomorrow, just rotate the 2 red corner, blue corner themes. Just keep that in the background loop, because if I'm on the show, you'll make me like go insane by doing that. Oh, good. Think they'll give Kai another unranked guy.
Me too. I just don't see anyone in that just outside of the rankings at bantamweight right now that is unbooked. You know.
Mm-hmm. Actually, Isha, I don't think it's the same song. I think it's maybe it's the same song, but it's different. Is it a continuation of the same song? Do you know, Sam? You might the deep theme. I'm sorry, the deep red quarter, blue corner themes.
Oh, it's made by the same composer.
Yeah,
I know that much. It's like different sections of the same song. If I'm not mistaken.
Machi. Also getting a win. By the way, I like how they switch her opponent last minute because they're like, okay, she was supposed to fight Fang, I think, at first.
Yeah, she was going to fight Fang.
That was her original opponent.
Yeah, that would not have been.
She would have gotten a nice win. As nice of a win, I don't think. Yeah, I think she fights Bo Mengnex, I believe. That's what it says in the I'm reading the
She does. She does. I think that's in November for the Shanghai event.
You know that might actually be her toughest fight to date, like ever.
Oh, totally. I see a path to victory for Machi. Will she take it? Whole nother question. I feel like that's the worst fight she could have gotten that bracket.
He's just throwing Machi shade that Izawa would have finished her opponent faster.
Well, I'm surprised. I'm surprised Machi got a finish because it really, like, I have to watch what I say, but it really takes not a great fighter for Machi to be able to get on top and rain down ground and pound.
Like, I think what was it? WMAC now said it. I think he said it best. Where Machi has had almost her entire career protected in Deep and to an extent in RIZIN. So for her to finally actually get to fight Bo Meng, like, we'll see how good she really is with this next fight.
I hope the best for her, but I do fear that it's going to be like a, how do I say it, like a roadblock, you know, for Machi. Like, I feel like she might lose some confidence after that one.
T-san, welcome back, T-san. Konnichiwa, or I should say, Ohisashi Birdie. Kai wished to show up August Shanghai, even because more Japanese people come and watch Shanghai than US. Oh, that's true. Yeah. You were the happiest man after the last on the planet after the last win. Is he talking about the
Machi win?
Is Chris talking about the Machi? Yeah, the Machi.
If he's talking about the Machi, I was happy for Machi as a fighter and a person, but I feel a bit different about the newfound attention she's getting.
Yeah. So the comments on her Insta. Yeah, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, maybe for the after dark stream.
Yes. Jin Aoi once again not making it in UFC, and then Yuito Takanori Gomi Yanagawa also. I would say maybe surprising that he got eliminated the way he did with the first round TKO. Listen, Jin Aoi will be back in RIZIN or at least Deep. And then maybe I wonder if his who's the Chinese guy who's always on the road to UFC shows? He was on this show as well. Rongju, I think his name is. Is it Rongju?
Oh, yeah, Rongju.
Yeah, that might be Jin Aoi's entire UFC career. Because Isha, you said it best that he was so close. That's his entire career. Is that on the big stage he always fucking chokes.
Jin in this fight he clenched defeat from the jaws of victory. Somehow, some way, he threw it away.
I think that would happen with the last time he was on Road 2 as well. He lost. Did he lose the Indian guy? Was it Jubilee?
I don't think it was Jubilee. I think it was another one. Sing or something.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, his whole career is that someone I think I remember who told me. Oh, what's the term? It's like small building energy, small building success. That's kind of him in a nutshell. I saw this guy mow down Ashida at Deep whatever it was at the one of their shows at the not whatever that I forgot that arena. But yeah, I seen and then he'll mow through guys in Deep, and then he'll choke on like RIZIN and UFC shows. So yeah, I think that guy just gets. I think he just gets caught up for whatever reason.
Caught up in the lights.
Lights, just more eyes, just more pressure. I think because he's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. Just he never is able to have success on that bigger stage. Yakuza bet against him 100%. Isha says. And what do you think about Takanori Gomi Jr., Yuito Yanegawa? Do we see him back in Pancrase?
Probably. I mean, Yushin Okami is definitely going to return to Pancrase here after this loss. Rebound, get a few more wins under his belt, and back to the road to UFC as the Pancrase cycle goes.
So it's funny that I would expect more guys from Pancrase to be there, but they're getting like guys from Gladiator and Grachan. I'm looking like the guys who are winning. They're all from Gladiator and Grachan.
And maybe I covered this in a tweet I made, but after the Road to UFC event concluded, I tweeted that Road to UFC lost its integrity once they started inviting the Australian fighters and the the New Zealand fighters, because it's just a different level of skill, right? It's a different level of competition. And when they're inviting fighters from Japan or China, and in China they're getting them from Elephant Fight or some promotion. In Japan they're going to Grachan, they're going to Gladiator. These promotions that are underdeveloped and they're not producing the same level of talent that Eternal MMA might, which is the undisputed top promotion in Japan. And Eternal frequently has fighters called up directly to the UFC. No tournaments needed, no Road to UFC, no Dana White's Contender Series. Once you place them up against fighters from Gladiator or fighters from Grachan, it's a mismatch, plain and simply. I don't think it benefits the Australian fighters because they just beat a lesser opponent, they advance. I don't think it benefits the Japanese fighters because they're going against someone so vastly different in scale. I think the Road to UFC tournaments need to be tightened, and it needs to be an Asian MMA tournament like it was when it originated in the start.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know that Dana Hunter, whoever, is not involved with the booking at all. With the it's
Shelby, I think.
Even him, I thought I heard that that they basically kind of outsource it because they're just too busy with like whatever, and they just outsource the to kind of like.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not too sure what goes into running these tournaments.
Because also the other thing is, I don't know how you qualify for Road to UFC. I know you qualify for Dana White's Contender Series, but it's also there's also connections. Like, okay, I know that Shu Hirata can get his guys on any portion of like on any UFC or Road to UFC or whatever. He can get them easily. But like, how does the manager of Gladiator, Grachan, or of like whoever, what was that guy? Kai Oda, whatever that guy's name was. I think he won his fights in this year's Road to UFC.
Kai Oda.
Yeah, how did these guys get them? Kaito Oda, I think it was.
Oh, Kaito Oda.
Right? Okay, now this is bothering me. Oh, he's also from Fukuoka as well. No, he lost. No, I'm trying to think of. Oh, well, I got up right up here. So whatever, we'll just fucking do this here. Who won besides Machi? Yada yada yada. Must have been on. So I think the Japanese guy. Sorry.
Day 2.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking of. Day 2. Yeah. I only watched the Machi fight because it was the first one on, and I'm like, I need sleep. Oh wait, no, hold on. No, day 1. I'm thinking. No, was it day 2? Day 1. Never mind. Okay, day 1. Now this is the one that had wrong Jew. Okay. Ryo Tajima. That's who I was thinking of. Okay.
Oh.
Ryo Tajima. I think it was a lone Japanese guy who won. I'm just like, okay, Pancras, okay. But I'm just wondering, like, like, because some of these, I'm like, okay, like this guy, Yusuke Minami, I'm not too familiar with him at all. How does his manager get his guy to, like, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm just. Yeah, this is just my brain just thinking like how some of these guys get on, all that stuff.
Puzzling.
Sorry?
Puzzling.
Puzzle. Yeah. Oh, puzzle. Yeah. Oh, UFC has regionals. Okay. Definitely easy page. Chris Cushman says, I think that RIZIN should go after that Hawaiian guy who lost 13-2, just won on the last Lemino card, and Asaf Chaparov. Well, RIZIN was supposed to have a bunch of Hawaii guys a number of years ago, and they only booked one guy twice, and that was Zach Zane since then. None of those other guys have ever been on any other RIZIN shows. Okay, USC has regional scouts, or he puts in, he corrects himself, regional scouts. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Citywise, Isha says even the Mongolians are coming to Grotto and cleaning up.
Well, man. I don't think I trust in a promotion where Kai Bilal Haga rules. You know, as the leader.
So maybe if Uno wins on the next Lemino Shudo card, maybe he'll be on road to UFC next. Maybe
first he has to go to Pancras.
Oh, that's true.
He does a stint in Pancras, road to UFC calls. He fights an Indian guy.
Oh, okay. Cezanne says that he's a gladiator champion. So maybe if you're a champion, that gets you like extra footing.
I definitely know that they go after champions, but I just don't know who's actually in charge of the recruitment and scouting side of it.
Isha, BJ Penn, Uno 2, 3. I don't think it's happening. BJ Penn's a little tied up right now. We'll just put it that way. If you haven't seen the
BJ Penn is having an episode.
He's having a few episodes.
Yeah, he's having a series at this point.
Yeah. Oh, we got Tizan said that Yanagawa was a firefighter from judo. Firefighter? From judo fighting Nexus Pancras. Okay.
I'm assuming that firefighter is like in reference to his fighting style rather than his occupation.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
He is a firefighter.
Yeah, if he's literally a firefighter. But yeah, that was some UFC stuff, JMMA related ish. So look forward to, I guess, Machi and Ryo Tajima next in November. I think, is that right? November?
Yes, November, I believe.
Okay. RIZIN Landmark 14 in Sendai. Let's get on this if I can. Oh yeah, just to let you know as well, as you probably know, RIZIN.TV, $16.99 if you subscribe, $19.99 if you don't subscribe. I think it's 5,500 yen if you buy it now, but if you wait the day of, for RIZIN Live, it's 6,000 yen.
Wow.
A bit expensive, if you ask me personally. Yeah, I think that $20 also as well, or $16.99 as part of the subscription as well, is quite expensive, but that's just me.
I believe the show should have been free. I think they've put way better events for free.
Yes. 120 says the voices in BJ's head would tell him to start biting Uno. Oh yeah, Super Anime King. By the way, thank you for joining again, Super Anime King. It's possible that he could be a firefighter. Steve is a firefighter himself. So also will be available on in Canada on the Fight Network. So if you are close to the border,
RIZIN will be.
Yes. If you're close to the border, you can just on that. Well, if they don't strike the stream like they did with I think they struck Fight Network for a stream, I believe. Like their own stream, I believe it was. I'm trying. I think it was the Super RIZIN, or was it the Patchy? It may have been the Patchy one. Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? Here's the crazy thing as well. So you know how they do like the first 5 fights on the show for like our YouTube for free?
Yes. Yeah.
So there's 13 fights on this card, I believe. Right? Is that amount?
There's 9 main fights. And
9 main fights.
However much prelim kick slap.
You can really see almost half the card for free on YouTube if that's what they're doing. I'm presuming they're gonna not do it any differently, right? So you can see half the show for free on YouTube on RIZIN's official channel. Won't be on demand though. Sorry?
In Japanese.
Yes, in Japanese, yeah. But I in this day and age, I don't think most people give a shit about that anymore. I hope not. That used to be one of the dumbest complaints I used to hear. Like, oh, it's not in English, and it's like, okay.
If you care about watching it in English, I don't think you should be watching the promotion. Because that would not in that way. Not like, but you can't complain about it not being in English, right? Because it's not like the broadcast is entirely English. Like when Schiavello still has to translate and stuff.
Yeah. Also, like, I don't know. Maybe because I don't know. Maybe it's just a generational thing. I just I've had to watch movies even that were like no subtitles or no like you don't have no idea what's going on. You just have to watch it and kind of figure out for yourself. So
it's like brain training.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my god, we're getting so much. Okay. Oh, Isha says he only watches UFC in Japanese now. Oh, that's cool. But by the way, I appreciate. Oh my god, T-san, we're gonna get to all of your information that you're providing in the chat for the prelim landfill. I appreciate it. I don't even know half the stuff. I didn't even know about this stuff that you guys that you're posting about, but we'll talk about that stuff. Remember what? So Isha, I don't know if Sam, if you used to watch Road FC when it was on the Zone, Days End, whatever the fuck. Okay, commentary was awful. The Korean commentary is great, Isha, but remember when on the Zone, it was terrible because these guys had one guy who could speak Korean, but neither of them knew anything about the fighters at all. No one. Except for maybe like the big names when they brought him in, like a Gabby Garcia or someone. But they would just be like, "Oh, I think this guy might be a grappler," or "I think this guy might be a." They would just, it was like a soundboard, and they would just press a button, and that's the. It's like a video game. If you ever play like an old WWF video
where
game,
they start repeating themselves and such.
Yes, yeah, and it's clear. Yeah, they didn't have like a Shingo or anything to let you know. Oh, hey. Be aware of this guy, or this guy's whatever. Anyway, before we get into the show, let's talk a little bit about how they did ticket wise. Sold out the first runs of tickets, and then they opened up additional seats. And as you can see, Arena S seat and seat A are all sold out. Some other seats are still available. So I think we can agree. We can all thank Ougikubo for drawing the house. Mostly,
we can all thank Bilal Kai Haga for bringing such a large following to this tiny fucking pissant arena.
Yeah. By the way, also as well, RIZIN was going to do their first show in 2020 in Sendai, and then that little thing where the person ate the bat and caused worldwide chaos happened, and then that show got canceled. So I don't know why it took them so long to come back to Sendai. Sorry?
It took 6 years. They didn't have a Makoto Takashi.
Oh yeah, they didn't. Yeah, they didn't have it. But you could have even booked like a landmark card or trigger card with him, just like in a him versus somebody.
Well, there's other guys from the Miyagi Prefecture, right? As proven by the 7 prelim fucking bets on this card, but. Like you could still fill a card with them. Is it going to be good? Probably not. But it's still a quota. It's still a box ticked off. Still in an arena you haven't done before.
From the Xebio Arena Sendai, which if you need a little bit of geography, Sendai is the capital city, I believe, of Miyagi, and it's in the Tohoku region. And it's known as the city of trees, but it's basically like it's Inaka, as you would say. It's a pretty rural place.
City of trees.
Yes, because it just happens to have a lot of trees, apparently.
Yeah.
What is? Oh, okay. Okay, so many comments. I'm going to go right to T-San because we're going to talk about the poster. It says, look at the poster. You look like the Nike logo. That is the Sendai Historical General Masamune Date helmet symbol. Okay, because remember when we first saw this, we were like, it's the Amazon Prime logo. Or the Amazon logo.
It is the thick, the Amazon Prime logo. Yeah, it's like they ordered these fighters on Amazon.
Yeah. No, that'd be like Temu. It should be Temu or the what's the other one? Wayfair.
Alibaba.
Alibaba or was Shein? Shein? Is that what?
Oh, Shine, something like that.
Or if you want to keep it Japanese, it's the or the Don Quixote.
Don Quixote, but Don Quixote is pretty official. You know, you can buy anything in Don Quixote.
Okay, and Tohoku translates to northeast region. That's what T-San says.
Oh, okay.
So let's see. And T-San also says this time standing tickets to 300, added only 50 less yesterday. As I think that Barra said that on Instagram. So I mean, listen, this show is selling pretty well. They love their Makoto Takahashis and their Ougikubos, maybe also their Taka Kenshins as well, and their Hayatos, perhaps. So
Daichi Tomizawas.
Yeah. So I mean, with really no extreme like star power, really, or JTT like guys, I think. Listen, this is if you ever want to say a show had like an LFA, a RIZIN show had like an LFA-ish type vibe. I don't mean that as like an insult, but like this is the closest of like something like that. Or I don't know. Okay, let's do UFC so people don't get like mad at me. This is like the closest of like an Apex or Fight Night, or I don't know, New Jersey Fight Night level, perhaps. I can think of.
Like if someone who's only watched RIZIN recently asked me, Sam, could you explain what a card was like during the pandemic? I'd like show them this card and be like, watch this. You'll feel pretty much.
Oh, yes, that's actually a great way to put it. I mean, so I know one of the things you and I were talking about, and we've kind of discussed, is I think I think why people, I guess, on our side, and why doesn't seem to be a lot of talk on it on the interwebs, on the SNSs. I do think that this show was definitely thought of more of a local type of show, not so. And the idea, I don't see the problem with. I think that what happened was that when they booked those other cards this year, like that landmark Fukuoka card, which was that could have been like a low key Super RIZIN show, possibly.
Super RIZIN might be pushing it if it doesn't have someone like an Asakura, but it's pay-per-view level, definitely. I mean, people in the Discord server,
number level. Like if we had the three things, that would be like number level.
It was better than 53 on paper.
Yeah. And then even 53. I know that I had problems with it on paper, but at least you still had like a bunch of foreigners. You had the title fight.
Yeah. So it delivered. It still delivered. I feel more than that landmark in the end. So.
And then when we got the announcements, you're getting Ougikubo Shinryu, fine. Well, and then Tony Laramie, Motoya, good.
Yeah.
Yachi ISAO, I get it. Then you see Bilal Haga versus BeyNoah. Like,
yeah, it was an Instagram live. They announced these fights.
Yes.
And as you said, it was listing off the main event, the co-main event, good fights. Then you get to the Yachi and ISAO. Not a bad fight. But it's it's Yachi.
I think a few years too late though, in my opinion.
Yeah, but then it gets on and it flashes up Koki Akada's face on screen, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck are we doing here? Okay, I look away for a bit, I look back up on my screen, and Daichi Tomizawa versus some deep Hafu is next on the screen, and it's like, where's the direction of this card going?
Yeah,
interesting.
This is only like a 2. If you really want to mash it down to like what sells this card, it's really only a 2-fight, maybe 3-fight card if you want to go that route.
Well, it's a headliner, right? It's the 2 headliners. That's all I care about on this card. Total honesty.
I mean, hopefully the show will be quick. Hopefully it'll be like 4 or 5 hours.
Hopefully it's quick and painless.
Quick and painless. Yeah. I mean, we have Koki Akada on, so I don't know if it'll be quite painless, but
Hey,
I like
Playboy. So it's never.
he's not calling. Have you noticed he's not calling himself Playboy anymore?
No, I think that was a disturbed time of his life. He's moved on. His
Yeah.
preparation videos not disturbing, but
Oh, I can't wait to talk about that. I cannot wait to talk about that.
almost eerie, right? It was unsettling.
I got shit to say about that. Quickly though, we like to review the posters. Sam, what do you think about this poster for Amazon Prime / helmet logo?
It looks really bad. Like it looks something that was whipped up on Microsoft Paint. All the fighters don't have borders; they're just cut off. Has the Amazon logo. Shinryu is on the poster. I mean, what is there actually to like about this one? Normally, RIZIN posters are amazing.
I think that what's the saying? This poster could have been an email. That's what I would like to. That's how I would categorize it.
I don't like the fighter posters. In all honesty, I always preferred the more artsy ones. You know, where they have the little like box, the little boxes of the fighters.
Hiroshima one looks good. That Hiroshima one looks
good.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a dream poster.
Well, I was kind of joking with you that like I think Hiroshima looks worse. I think we that route might be going. We'll get Sabatel on it, and I'm not a fan of Sabatel, but I'm getting the feeling that one might turn out to actually be better on paper than this one, unfortunately.
No, definitely. I mean, from the announced fight so far, it's already looking better this card.
Yeah, City Life Friday. I know Jay Wolf said that Combat Global is like peak MMA.
Jay Wolf said that. A lot of things.
Yes, I thought he said that Black Combat is. So that's
no one every week, isn't it? I thought Dogfight was.
Ike says it's a shame because I thought this rematch was going to be a bigger deal after I watched first one. I think it is. So this is a case where it matters at the local level than worldwide or entirety of Japan fan base level, I think. So there is an audience for this. It's just not an audience that's big enough for, I don't know, Ariake Arena, maybe, or I'm about to say Superdome, Saitama Super Arena, which is they can't even do anyway. So
Shinjuku face,
yeah. There is an audience for this fight. There clearly is, and by the fact that they sold so many tickets as well, and I'm kind of interested in it, especially after the whole lore that we learned with Ougikubo and Shinryu.
Oh, the toilet cleaner rack.
Oh yes, and other things as well. So yeah, it's again, this would not be a show like this would be a classic. This would be pandemic level. If you want to say UFC level, like maybe like 10 years ago when they used to be on Fox, this would be a Fox fight card. This would be something that Demetrius Johnson takes on Joseph Benavidez on a Saturday night whenever they aired. We're about to say something, Sam?
UFC on Fox. Just total slop.
Yeah. I wouldn't go. See, I don't think the fight itself is slop, but I think just most of the fights are kind of slop.
Oh no, I'm still under the impression that the two top fights on this card is going to deliver. I just don't think there's consistency. And I love RIZIN. I wouldn't slander it.
Most of the time. Super Anime says, do you think if K1 branches out those role places in Japan like Sendai or Kagoshima, they'd be doing better? RIZIN does, and their ticks are always good. K1 seems too big, Tokyo focused. Problem is that K1, I don't think does well anywhere they go. They could go to fucking Shikoku if they want to, and that they're not going to sell. K1 has an identity problem and just little interest problem. I don't want, even with she who must not be named, there's still a K1 has burned so many bridges and just burned so many fans. It's just, I think it's not only just a K1 thing, it might even be a kickboxing thing. Let's see what the Rise show this week. I'm curious to see how that does. I think overall though, there's just a disinterest in kickboxing. And yeah, sorry Sam, go ahead.
Yeah, well, kickboxing is just not a popular sport in Japan. And I feel like it's in Tokyo, that's where most of the fighters are. You know, in MMA, you get guys from all over the prefectures, different all over from Japan. In kickboxing, like a lot of them train directly in Tokyo, the center of Tokyo, and they're fighting at the K1 gyms, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing. So yeah, so K1, you know, they have their own gym. So they basically, if you go to a K1 whatever gym, you basically get the red carpet almost to like your K1 career. If you're at like Team Facilius or the other bigger gym as well, that's the other thing as well. So the other thing is, yeah, and I'm trying to think the other big gym is I think Target Shibuya where Yaman.
Yeah, Yaman trains.
And I guess
Matsumoto.
And Teppen. You only have like basically 4 or 5 really good kickboxing gyms. One of them is owned by the promotion, and then the other ones are like Team Facilities guys are going to one. Target Shibuya, Tenchi Matsumoto is in Rise, I believe, right?
Tenchi Matsumoto is a Rise fighter, yeah.
Yeah.
Momo Tsukamoto as well.
Yeah.
You know, these people who are based in Tokyo rather, and they're kickboxers true and true. They're talking about MMA now. Like, the sport of kickboxing isn't like what it once was. Like, I don't know why we're trying to lie about this.
Yeah. And I hate to tell you this as well. You know, I think Takeru Tenshin really killed it. I really think that fight killed kickboxing more than ever because
what's there to do after that? Yeah. It's like when you complete a game. You know, you really like this game. You work hard. You come home from school. You play this game every day. You work towards the final goal, and once you beat that final boss, you realize that it's empty. There's nothing to do in the game. You've completed that goal. I feel like that inspired a lot of kickboxers, but simultaneously, I believe it killed the TV interest in kickboxing, and the whole broadcasting scene was just, you know, that's it. Like, we're not going to eclipse this or exceed this. So.
You also had all the Team Vasilius or guys leaving K1 that didn't help. Well, you know, other people leaving K1 as well that didn't help as well.
If K1 is meant to be the big hitter in Japan, the number one, and they operate like they're fucking like pissant regional, you know, mistreatment of their fighters, that doesn't set exactly a great tone for the rest of kickboxing orgs in Japan, right? Like, Rise are pretty good, but Rise are so small. Rise frequently do hall shows, right? And they do the sumo hall.
Yeah, for their big shows, they do it to like Osaka, you know, and I think Ariake.
Not sure about Ariake, but I know they go to that sumo hall.
Sumo hall. Sorry, sumo hall. Yeah,
and they can sell that out. But the issue is, like, a lot of the tickets are distributed through the gyms, right? So
yes,
let's say someone's fighting on the prelims, they'll be getting however much tickets allocated. Their whole family will come, whatever, their gym, whatever. They'll have their fight. Those people will just leave. Those people will go home. The people aren't sticking around for the full events. I feel like the interest in kickboxing.
Well, that's the thing. K1 shows, like, as soon as their fighter leaves, they wins, or their fight happens, they leave. You see the shows,
it's even worse because K1 is semi-focused on foreigners, right?
That's the thing. I think wasn't it come out that the foreigners get paid more and treated better than the actual Japanese guys?
Foreigners get like hotels paid for and such, and better treatment of like outside, like their nutrition. They have like nutritionists appointed and stuff. But foreigners in K1 for their max shows, they're often the main card, right? The entire main card. So they put all the Japanese fights on the undercard or the prelims. Once those prelims are over, like, they'll pan out to the intermission screen, and you'll see what's the stadium they go to again?
Yoyogi? Are we talking about Yoyogi?
You see Yoyogi, it's fucking empty. Nobody in there. Yoyogi 1, Yoyogi 2, Yoyogi 3, Yoyogi 4. There's no one there. And they put their lights on for their recent shows. You can see that there's nobody there.
I was there for the K1 Max show in oh my god, 2025. Yoyogi 1 they were in, and that arena can hold 9,000, 10,000. There was 3,000 people max there for up until I had to leave before this. I think it was the third fight. I could have counted everybody from where I was watching the show. So yeah, it's K1's issues are K1's issues. They're at this point they'll never be bigger than they were. I think they're cooked. I think they're just cooked as a promotion. I don't know. Yeah. Oh my God, we got so much in the chat. Let me see. Okay. Sakakibara said, Sinon says that this show will be 3 to 4 hours because people are coming from Tokyo, so they can come back. They can go back easier. Okay, that's good. Chris Cushman says the poster is ass, but they get a pass because it's a landfill show. Isha's praising the bow and arrow poster. Superman King says if you're from Tokyo and going to Sendai for a RIZIN show, you might as well spend a night. Yes, I think that's at least an 8-9 hour thing. Yeah, on the Shinkansen. What was I wrong you about? J Wolf, I didn't see. What? I don't think I said a lie. I don't think so. So it's J Wolf says Sam only cares about the top 2 fights. I only care about the top 2 fights and maybe one other fight as well.
I mean, like, care is a broad term. Like, will I watch all the fights? Yes. Will I care about all the fights? No. And maybe there'll be a good fight and I like it. But I would be lying if I looked at this card and go, "Oh my God, Seiya Inoue versus Akada. This is going to be a banger," because like it's disgenuine. It's not what I really.
It's an 0-0 fight, man. And like I don't want the fight could be finished in the first 10 seconds, and it doesn't matter to me because it's between 2 0-0 guys who are kickboxers and are now doing MMA. There's no I'm not watching Max Holloway and Charles Oliveira, and it's like you can't. I can't hold that. I can't hold on the same level Playboy Inoue and even like a opening prelim on a UFC show. It's just 2 different sets of skills, man. It's
like a different sport.
Yes,
almost.
It's literally a different sport if you just watch the way how they fight, even.
Yeah. And Akada, I like Akada. I think Akada's a fun fighter. He's always been fun. When he's in Crush, and I think his 2 RIZIN fights have been really fun.
Yeah. Speaking of Crush, we in K1, we got some guests from there as well on this card.
Oh yeah, God, too much of them.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a consistent thing. UFC Fight Pass card is what Super Anime King says. Yeah, Jay Wolf, I said it should be free. Yeah, this should be, and Sam said that as well. This should definitely be one of those free shows at RIZIN, especially because they're doing shows every year this month. I said that RIZIN 53 should be free. I take that back. Like in hindsight, no, or I should say after the fact, no. This show should 100% be free for us, or at least heavily discounted.
Should be free. I think all landmarks should be free. That's my bold take.
Okay. I can't agree with that because just from a business perspective, but I get it.
I understand, like, obviously why they're not doing it, but maybe not in general, right? But this year, once you move past that landmark 13, like these 2, landmark 15 or landmark 14, sorry, and landmark Hiroshima, don't believe any of those 2 deserve payment.
I mean, it sucks that in Japan they have to pay 5,500 yen for this. Yeah. Like That to me is a bigger crime. I mean, we're technically getting a better deal if you think about it.
Well, a lot of Japanese fans buy the overseas pay-per-view.
Yeah. J Wolf says Sam Goof just said kick isn't popular in Japan. Bro, I was at K1 World Max 2025. There was no 2025. There was no one at that show. Sorry, was it 2020? Yeah, 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Popular as well. Like popular how? How are you making any argument for kickboxing to be popular? Is there a lot of people doing kickboxing, training kickboxing? Yeah.
They're all saying they want to go into MMA.
No. There's no, like, if you're comparing it to kickboxing, it's like boom into the 2000s to the or like if you want to go vintage K1 90s into the 2000s into the 10s where they were collabing with Dream, they're doing all this Dream Stage entertainment bullshit with Overaim and Badr Hari. It was nowhere near as it's like a different sport now. So low and so regional.
Mm-hmm. And I don't even want to say this. The foreigners who K1 gets, like, other than the Polish guy whose name I can't pronounce.
Casper.
Yeah, Casper.
Well, Verdonk as well is cool as fuck.
Verdonk is good. The Brazilian guy, I really like a lot.
Jonas.
Yeah. They're good, but yeah. The problem is that just like those guys are bringing no new audience to K1 at all. K1, yeah. It isn't popular, J Wolf. Sorry to say that. It really just isn't. If you need Takaru was the reason why that one show entirely sold out. Just that one man, and there is nobody else who is on the level of him. Not even Kaneko, I would say.
Oh, Kaneko's a dedicated following, but it mainly consists of teenage girls. It's like the Hiromasa situation, right? So
man. Let's not get into that. Please. Super Anime King says, is that why all the bigger kickboxing promotions do their shows almost entirely in Kanto? Yeah, I think because that's where all the kickboxing
that's where they all are.
Yeah. Yeah.
The whole
it's also
thing
just easier to get.
It's also
sorry, I was just going to say it's also easier to get to all those places in Kanto than if you did it in Shikoku.
Well, Kanto's the business hub of Japan, right? So
yeah.
That's where everything is.
Makes
sense to base your companies out of there.
Chris Cushman says that K1 Canary Islands was ass. I didn't even know they did a show. Is this a bit?
Is this like a K1 Uruguay situation?
It might be, or it could be one of those shows that they branded. One of those weird shows that they branded.
It's not K1 shows, like regional kickboxing, whatever country they go to.
And K, I know you don't like I know you don't like Rise. Oh yes, T-San, we'll be talking about Fire's Flow. Fire's Flow is very well. If you love Fire's Flow, this is I'm gonna tell my coworker who loves the Fire's Flow, Jim Fires. She's gonna love this show. This is totally her show. So,
Catty in accounting.
Sorry.
Catty in accounting.
No, she got fired. She got fired last time. Remember, I sent the text in the Discord. She got fired because now it's Arthur. Now Arthur has a job, but it's a different. Yes. So $54 in Japan is how much it is. This is
54.
RIZIN Shingo, whoever, please learn tiered pricing, please. And I know, J Wolf, you're going to be like, well, Rise is doing gangbusters on pay-per-view. That's up to a point. No, he's right, but it's up to a point. You don't want to learn. You don't want it. Eventually, the bubble bursts. You just don't know when. And
I don't know who's paying 54. I'm sorry. Like, I know a lot of Japanese fans, and all of the ones I've spoken to are not buying this card.
Well, is it that McNally say that you're gay if you don't buy the show?
Yeah, you're gay if you don't like march to the Sendai event or some shit.
I'm pretty sure he was being sarcastic, right? He had to be being sarcastic.
Yeah.
Again, there's nothing wrong. I know people who message me and like, I'm not buying this show, who live outside Japan. They're still going to buy the show or they're subscribing. But if you didn't, I would understand why. I totally get it. Even the subscription, I'm subscription fatigued. I've canceled about 3 or 4 of my subscriptions. The only ones I have now are Netflix, Prime, and Paramount Plus. Those are the only 3 ones I have for streaming. So even if you're not subscribed, I get if you don't want to subscribe to Ryzen because it's another streaming thing. I kind of get that. And yes, we did have a 3-hour war podcast on how kickboxing is a dying sport. And we had plenty of experts, including one who was on this show. Yes. Super Anime King says, what sucks is that Tension versus Takaru showed that kickboxing could be, but the fact that it took an MMA pro to get there says everything about the state of the heads of kickboxing. Yeah, the fact that it took so fucking long. And also a pandemic. True. And also a worldwide pandemic. I guarantee if the pandemic doesn't happen, the fight never happens. I 100% believe that.
But even then, like, that show was still handicapped by the fact that like the seating was all off. Like, they fucked the seating royally. Yeah. I remember.
Yes. Yeah. T-Zon says, can I go beat his friend in a gym? Oh yeah, I remember that whole thing. Yeah, we know about that. Anarchy. I think it's Ohio now because it's it's morning now. Kickboxing is gonna die out too. I think every young kid wants to do MMA because of Mikuru. Well, there it is. J Wolf, never want to hear another. You're having somebody in Japan who's literally telling you now that kickboxing is dead. We're gonna die.
Kickboxing is big in Japan. K1 GOAT, I thought. K1 King.
Yeah. So I never want to hear you. What is it? Cradle the balls of kickboxing anymore. It is dead. We're gonna get into one more quick question, then we'll get into the chat. Sorry for the topics off topic shit. Do you think if enough Japanese fans are gullible enough to pay ludicrous amounts of money for this card, RIZIN will continue to put on mech cards for the same price? Was this card a test to the audiences? That's an interesting question. I think it's more of they kind of blew their load the first few times, or the first few shows, and then now it's like, oh wait, the budget doesn't really have enough for these two, so let's go local and then save the rest for Super RIZIN and then the Kyocera Dome later. I don't know. What do you think about that, Sam?
Yeah, I agree with you. I believe that monthly events was always a bit of a jump up in terms of how they operate. I thought it was too soon when they announced it, and I think it's showing why that was too soon now. You know, this card is very weak on paper, and I don't think RIZIN have the talent and roster necessary to stretch their fighters from when did it start? March to December for New Year's Eve. I don't think there's enough talent in Japan. Never mind RIZIN. We're seeing all these call-ups from Deep and call-ups from Crush and whatever.
We really have 2 deep fights on this card.
I think you could argue that more deep fights.
Well, I mean, like 2 fights that you could see on a deep card is what I meant to say. Like Naoki and Kuroi and Hayato Yuasa could be on a deep show like Tokyo Impact, whatever.
Yes, 100%.
That's what I meant to say. Yeah. Falling Star, I want to also quickly get to you because I know I haven't seen you in a while, and it's great to see you back. He's going to quote Bob Dylan: "The times are changing with RIZIN doing this monthly schedule now. Hoped one day they can build their own Apex venue to speed up the decision process for the card." I hope not.
What about the RIZIN Apex in the pandemic where Asakura fought Hagiwara?
Hey, listen, that's different because they were doing it in like different like underground places. That was cool. I don't, but not. But they had an audience though. They still had an audience. The Apex doesn't have an audience.
The Apex does have an audience. Apex is about 2,000 people. Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. Aniki says RIZIN apparently sells around the same number of pay-per-views no matter what they put on, so they'll turn a profit on this from this card, especially since they've sold out their arena. So
very surprising.
Yeah. And Jay, LM14 is an outlier in what way? What way? And T-San says that you can see RIZIN testing fans and see the numbers. So yeah, this could be a test. This could be them testing us. Well, like.
Most Japanese accounts on SNS have been like dogging the card. Like, I don't know if they're going to buy it. I don't know if they buy any pay-per-view. I don't know if they pirate. I don't know, whatever the story is. But
I don't know. Can you pirate a RIZIN show? It's nearly impossible.
Maybe in Japan.
For some people. For people like me.
There's some weird. Well, Nozumov's fans, the Central Asians, seem to find a way.
Oh yeah.
Russians.
Anyway, I just want to say also, poster is weak since I didn't realize I didn't say anything about that. Also, again, since more people coming in, like, subscribe, and please put a comment. It helps the algorithm. Anyway, Sam, you ready to deep dive into RIZIN Landmark 14 in Sendai?
Painful. This is going to be painful.
I think this is the first time ever a show has been released. We're doing a show with the card actually announced. I think every time I've done a show, they've announced it like a day or two after. So thank you, Sakakibara, for the sympathy. As you all know, we do pre-lam landfill first. So Sam, go ahead.
I'm like, it's like you've seen this card. You go, okay, the Samurai guy needs a bit of a humbling. He needs to experience pain.
Well, when I asked you to be on this one, I just assumed it would be like, it would have some big fight.
I mean, I should have took the Hiroshima offer.
Yeah. I still don't know who I'm going to have. Anyway, let's get our first prelim landfill. Yusuke Iwaki versus Sho Nakaizumi. I had to deep dive. I had to look at some really ugly ass kickboxing. Oh, not for Iwaki, but for Nakaizumi. I had to find some stuff. T-San, I know you sent some stuff way back in the chat. If you were able to resend that stuff, that'd be great. Anyway, oh, and I have notes as well. Okay, let's see. Both Miyagi players. Iwaki's average kick guy throws a little bit of that, no power. Nakaizumi has power throws of absolutely no technique, and he loves to have his hands down. And also in all of his fights, he keeps turning around, like showing his back. I can't understand it.
Well,
I had to watch
crossover, isn't it?
I had to watch a bunch of crossover fights for this, and I was at like 2 a.m. and I'm like, this is why I could be doing so much more. And then I'm watching Sho Nakaizumi fights on crossover on YouTube at 2 a.m. Anyway, what's more interesting is hearing these fighters. So, as you can see, Iwaki loves to watch foreign films and read manga. I'm hoping normal manga.
No, Jesus. I looked at his photograph and I said, okay, no way this guy's watching or reading normal manga. This guy's something fucking up with this guy.
He also loves to make nostalgic miso soup. I don't know how that's different from regular miso soup, but
I don't know what nostalgic miso soup is. But again, when I looked at this guy's photo, it doesn't surprise me. This guy's a nostalgic miso soup maker.
He talks about the earthquake that happened. That'll be a very common theme. The earthquake.
Yeah. I was doing the research for this card, and I was checking the Miyagi players' previews and their descriptions. And I'd click the translate button and go down to the bottom. It's just talking about the Miyagi earthquake. It was a common theme amongst these prelim landfillers.
Yes. James says, hold on, L114 is an outlier. That's the weakest on paper since the pandemic. L115 is stronger and course corrects already. Well, I don't know about that.
The pandemic? The fucking pandemic? Yeah, okay, J-Buff.
Don't you call I thought pandemic? Don't you mean this? You used to call it the scamdemic. Was it now plandemic? That's what you used to call it.
Those opinions change with the weather.
Isha, I know you love these prelims. I was ready to like eat my laptop by the time I was like, oh, crossover X whatever they call their shows, and it was like, oh, Sho Nakaizumi. Anyway, oh yeah, so. And Nakaizumi apparently likes baseball, calligraphy. He's a chiropractor.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, by the way, as well, yes, he likes music. And he likes to say that, and he just wants to show the age of his number. So he was born in 89. So that makes him, I can't do math. 32? 35?
37.
37. Okay, he's an old fuck. Relatively so for fighting. Anyway, by the way, perfect record, as you can see that. 5 wins and 12 losses and 1 draw.
No. Maybe age is more than just a number.
Yes. Anyway, any thoughts? Any thoughts, Sam?
If I could see anything, it's how are they finding a shit kickboxer with a bandana on every single show? They just see they scour Japan. They find a guy with a bandana. They put him on.
That's how you know they're kickboxer, because they wear a bandana.
Well, the last event it was the Monster Kid, right? Hinata Katana. Now it's this fucking old fart.
Yeah. Well, okay. At least Iwaki. So Iwaki is 24-16, Rise Feather champ. So okay, not a bad pick, I don't think. Oh yes, and Chris Cushman, we need to stop having Cage in the kick in the cage. And I don't read any mangas, Isha. I've actually never read a manga my entire life. I only watch the animes. You're gonna skip the prelims, or let's just skip the prelims? I'm definitely okay. Well, I don't think that's you won't even see the prelims if you were on RIZIN.TV unless they do that like one camera thing they did for the last show.
Oh yeah, let's not skip the prelims, but look, I'd suggest an alternative to speed it up.
Yeah,
let's just go through these guys' profiles and just look at look if we can find any outlandish things. If we can't, we move on.
Any thoughts? Who do you pick? Do you have any thoughts, or you could just say you don't care?
The first fight, I couldn't give a fuck.
Okay. I'm picking Iwaki for shits and giggles. Anyway, Daichi Akahira taking on Sho Uchida. I feel bad for poor Akahira. Whenever they need a prelim kick guy, it's like they always call this guy. And it's
I don't even think this guy exists in the outside world. I think when they want to put a fight on the prelims, he pops up. He exists again.
Yeah.
and he's called up for the shot.
I wonder, how do you think he feels like, he's like, email from Sasahara, and it says, hey, we want to put you in the prelims. And I'm just wondering, like, if he goes, thought I'd be main card this time.
Probably gets a message from Shingo, get your ass up, bud. You're on the prelim landfill. And he goes, yeah,
get ready to learn prelim landfill, bud. Again.
Put on those 18-ounce gloves.
Yeah. So when I tell you that these guys don't get elevated, I think Ameyama is the only guy who's ever gotten elevated from prelim to main card. These guys, this is not a regular thing. If you're on prelim, you're kind of stuck there forever. So there's no upward mobility. I know, and Aniki and I talked about this. They seem to have two separate like cabinets: main card guys, prelim guys.
Prelim guys are just filled with hometown.
Yeah,
the hometowners.
And Uchida's the hometown guy in this case. Let's see if we can find anything. Let's see if you guys say anything interesting. I forgot. Yeah, no, he's been on. So they don't have the same thing. They don't have like the introduction thing for Akihara, since this is like his 4th or 5th landfill.
It's a nice head of hair.
Oh, I love his hair. Wish you could have his hair. Let's see. Oh yeah, Uchida is the Miyagi local. What a great record of 5 wins and 13 losses. So but here's the thing: he loves baseball and reggae. So if anything, he should be the one wearing the bandana.
The bandana, I think he's gonna come out to some Master Bridge sound,
Yeah. So and even though he says that despite his current record, by the way, he's competing as K1 fighter, by the way. So to click that off your list. Despite his current record, I am aiming to become champion. I feel I must deliver a performance that will excite my hometown Sendai. Does Crush have their own belts? Can he possibly become K1 Crush champion?
Dude, I think this guy's so far off it that I don't think Crush champion is in his wildest dreams, or it shouldn't be. Temper your fucking expectations, man. I don't deep kick champion maybe.
No. Listen, deep kick is that to me is the number one kickboxing thing in Japan. So, but
sure.
Yeah, that's just me. He's just like champion. Oh boy. Yes, T-Son. Yes, Uchida 5 wins, 13 losses is kind of weird. It is, especially because he's taking on. Listen, Akahira is not fucking tension, okay? But he has a much. What was it? You gave his heart. What is it? You gave his record already. What was it? I missed it. I saw it in the chat. 25. Let's see. Hold on. Or is that his age? Oh, wait, hold on. 25. 2 win. 2 RIZIN wins. Okay. Okay. So yeah. Any thoughts? Sam?
I hope Daichi wins, just because he's a nice head of hair. He's a repeat landfill guy,
Yeah.
Let's get him the win here.
J Wolf. Whatever you say. Whatever.
Well, so far I don't even think that the Heartbreak Kid has joined the stream, so I think we're already doing better than focus fights at this point in time.
Aniki has a good point. Why are they even doing kickboxing in the prelims? Just make them do MMA.
Yeah, I mean, we had this discussion, right, Andrew? I believe the low-level kickboxing is considerably worse than low-level MMA.
There's nothing worse than low-level kickboxing. Legitimately.
Horrible. And because RIZIN's boxing, or the kickboxing gloves are so fucking thick. It's like about 18 ounces. It's like pillows.
Yeah. Hey, J-Wolf, Disha has a good point. You're asking for a K1 preview. Now you don't want any kick talk? We're literally and we have a K1 fighter on this fight. Anyway, Daichi to win, if you're keeping track. Let's see. Yes, 128 bits is thoroughly entertained. That's what matters. Okay. Oh wait, we're still on the kickboxing. Sorry, I thought the MMA fight was next, because they always do that thing where they have 2 kick, 1 MMA, then a kick. But this time they're doing 3 kick, then 1 MMA. Also, if I didn't say as well, also the show is on Friday night for most of us, going to Saturday, so that'd be June 5th going into June 6th. So just keep that in mind on your calendar. I forgot to say that before. I don't know times, so look that up on your own.
Wouldn't it be June 5th going into 6th?
Okay.
I think.
I'll at least say this one kind of at least can be competitive-ish.
If you're keeping Sumikaze.
Yeah.
Japanese Sumikaze. Big Funko Pop head on.
He has a very Funko Pop-ish head.
Like, you know, when he's doing his intro, like if he just like sits there and just bobbling, like I think we get that head moving.
Yes.
You know?
Anyway, we have two Miyagi guys. Koya Saito taking on Ta-chan.
This is like Street Bob all over again. Just like weird Japanese names on the prelims. Anything interesting about this guy? Watching movies, we'll get to memorizing roots.
If you're keeping a list, another K1 guy. Yay. And he's even a champion. He's achieved more than a Saito. Sato. Not Saito. Uchida. Excuse me. Uchida.
11th Rush welterweight champion.
Yeah. So here's his hobbies: watching movies. Hopefully normal movies. But his special skills are memorizing routes in track and field. And I would hope if you're doing track and field, you know how to memorize your route, or else you shouldn't be doing track and field.
Like sprint off the fucking course.
he's running. He turns around, just starts running the opposite way.
You know, he gets like the Mario Kart Lakitu coming down. Like turn around. No fucking like. This doesn't fill me with confidence. I'll tell you that much.
Also another guy who experienced the Great East Japan earthquake. Let's see. He says that he's the player who experienced the earthquake the most among all the players competing on the show. I want to play a match. I'll give courage and hope and energy to the people of the Miyagi Prefecture and everyone who experienced the earthquake. Ishinomaki City in Miyagi Prefecture is a rural area, so I want everyone to see that you can do it even from there. I will play the most exciting and passionate match on June 6th. Thank you.
Sounds like he's gonna make love, like passionate, sweet love.
I think these could be these personality profiles can be interesting. They can really be sometimes interesting. Now I'm convinced. Okay, I don't know what Ta-chan's background is. He's got to be a half-fu, right? He does not look.
I don't know what this guy is. I don't know.
He has a Thai mustache. You know those mustaches that like the Thai guys like have, like that like puberty mustache,
like whiskers.
Yes, he has that. So he's got to be a hafu. So T-san, can you find out that he's a hafu?
Dude, who the fuck is this guy? Like, I'm sorry to say, but like,
that's Ta-chan. By the way, I wonder why he goes T capital A rather than T lowercase a 4 times than Chan. I have a lot of questions.
Probably smashed his fucking keyboard and said, "You know what? Let's roll with it."
Let's see. What's a normal movie, Drew? I don't know. Saving Private Ryan. I don't know. Gladiator. Like he's saying, watching movies. It could be. I don't know. God forbid it's something like. I was about to say. I don't want to say that a title that if it's like Keko Kamen, or God forbid an AV video. You know. You explained why he. Okay. So Ta-chan. Okay, Ta-chan comes from the anime Jungle King, from Shonen Jump. Is that Shonen Jump? I think. I never heard of this anime. Jungle King. Okay, I'm curious now. Jungle King. Jungle King. Is this a Jungle King Tar-chan? Oh, okay. Okay. I'm gonna put it up here so all you freaks can see. Yeah, you'll see. Tar-chan. So it's Ta-chan. Tarzan. It's the katakana of Tarzan. So it's Tarzan almost.
Oh my god. It all makes sense. Now I understand why he looks like that.
Oh, Aniki says, yeah, they should just make him still do MMA.
Dude, Ta-chan in 4-ounce gloves might fucking kill somebody.
what is it? Aniki it says Deep Sayaki answers that the kickboxing gyms is bigger, so they can sell more tickets local.
Yes, precisely.
What was it? Yeah, we talked about Koto Saito. Falling Star wants to know, should RIZIN hire Usyk for heavyweight freak show since Usyk almost lost that kickboxer who never boxed before? Rico Verhoeven? I don't think they can afford him. Oh, no, I mean Usyk.
I don't think they can afford either.
Yeah. Yes, Isha, your sleep schedule is gonna be fucked watching these guys. And let's see. Here's some stuff. Super lightweight champion, whatever for Tarzan Tarch. I cannot believe I did not figure that out. It's like
I wanted to say something, but I feared I was going to be labeled as racist, possibly.
Anyway, so let's learn about this guy. So his hobbies are izakaya, so he might have an alcohol problem. Hopefully not. And raising children. Now, does that imply his own children or other people's children? Is Tarzan
I think this question is answered by having a look at his photograph and asking yourself if you think this guy is a frequent face around the Japanese bars.
His special skill is sometimes I can become friends with people very quickly. So if he doesn't become with you friends very quickly, you might be in trouble with Tarzan.
What the fuck? How is that a skill? Like, what the fuck does that even mean? You can become friends with people very quickly?
No, sometimes. He says sometimes.
Sure, no, you can't have a fucking 100% guarantee right with Tarzan, can you?
Now, this is the best thing. So, enthusiasm, points of interest. People have said that my matches are, quote, exciting. Whether that's true or not, you'll find out if you watch this match.
Dude, like, I actually don't think I want to watch this one.
Instead of just putting himself over, he's like, well, no, the match might suck, but you gotta watch somehow, homie.
Yeah, like, I think this will be my piss break. I'm not watching Tarzan swinging the
I've been rooted in my hometown. I've accumulated time and feelings. I'll take on this match carrying on all of that on my shoulders. This is a once-in-a-lifetime battle, and I'll give it my all.
Yeah, I'm sure you will, Tarzan.
Oh, okay. He's actually okay. So he's full Japanese. Okay, he's the least looking full Japanese person I've ever seen in my entire life. To be honest,
get his picture up again, please. Slower view. Oh my god, it kind of looks like a young Tension, you know, with a Thai face.
Yes, yeah, he does. Ooh, but it's the hair and that mustache that's like throwing me off as him like being like possibly Hafu.
Yeah. I think we've seen enough with this guy.
Okay. So if you just want to know how he fights, he's doesn't fight that good, and Saito's aggressive. Really? That's what I have. Any thoughts, Sam Root?
You don't think Tachian fights great?
I watched a bunch of his fights. They were mostly Muay Thai rules also, because he doesn't really fight kickboxing rules. He just fights mainly like the Muay Thai. And then, yeah, he's exactly how you think a regional guy who fights in, let me see. What was the organizations he was in?
Innovation.
Top out. What is this? I have to. Okay, whatever. Oh my god. Yes, Innovation. What was the other one?
All local.
What the fuck? They changed his picture. Okay, this was not his original picture when I saw this. Anyway, as you can see, Kizuna, Hardcore Sanctuary, got mocked by Yuki Kasahara in shootboxing. That should tell you enough. Somehow he got one Friday night fight. I have no idea how, and somehow got a split decision. I don't know how. Like,
what's Hardcore Sanctuary?
It's one of those. Let's see. It's one of those kickboxing promotions that just
one of those
from the Miyagi Aztec Museum.
Dude, where the fuck is the Miyagi Aztec Museum? Like,
because the Aztecs, that's big area where the Aztecs would do their sacrifices and have their temples and all that stuff. Of course,
instead of human sacrifice, they fucking put on Tachan fights.
Yes, they do. Yes. Anyway, Oh, this looks like this is part of innovation. So they call the show Hardcore Sanctuary, but the promotion is called Innovation. Oh man. Okay, we're losing viewers. Okay. Any thoughts? Any thoughts?
Oh, I've said all I need to say about this freak.
Oh my god. I'm gonna pick Saito. Saito to Mog. Tarzan. Tachan. Anyway,
Gotcha.
first fight in our first official deep fight. Hayato 0-1 taking on Taylan Yuasa 2-4. Taylan Yuasa, originally from America. Do you know who he trained? Do you know who he coached when he was in America?
Valentina Shevchenko.
So someone should tell Napoleon Bonaparte about this. Because Hafid, Shingo, do not go to Fight Society. Just tell Napoleon Bonaparte that you have a guy who coached Valentina, and you will get free promotion every minute from Napoleon Bonaparte. So that's my free advice to you guys. Let's get to the good stuff. Let's see. Hayato, apparently Deep Future Kings tournament winner. Only one fight and he lost it somehow. His hobbies include listening to U.S. hip hop. Special skill is wrestling. Apparently not an MMA though. Let's see. I have a long career in judo and wrestling, so I'm good at tackles and from all directions and powerful throws. In MMA, including professional and AMI comps, I have maintained a 100% takedown success rate. Okay. I want the fans to see me take down my opponent with a variety of tackles and then finish them off with some GMP or my signature submission holds. I will definitely get my first professional victory on the RIZIN stage, which has been my dream. A man does not lack confidence. I will give him that. How do you have a 100% tackle takedown rate but lose your first MMA fight? I don't know how does that work out?
This guy's mysterious. I don't know how you win the Deep Future tournament and then like flop horrendously in your first fight.
Yeah. Well, then again, remember Chihiro lost the he won the that RIZIN
Oh, he did. Yeah,
thing.
he lost to Shoji.
Yes. Yeah. Now Taylan Yuasa, as you can see, Washington State. By the way, if you're keeping track, he'll be our first guest from Fire's Flow. So
We will be seeing a lot of them tonight.
yes, I think if you love Takao Ueda, yes, you'll enjoy this show. So two wins, 4 losses, 2 by submission. His hobbies include Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Kawaii. He loves shooting and fishing. So I don't know if that means he loves shooting, like hunting, or like kind of recreational shooting. Sure, shooting the fish. I don't think you can even shooting in Japan is very hard. So I don't even know how he would. You have to go like somewhere extremely rural.
I don't think I'd give this guy a gun. If I was a licensed gunsmith, look the hell on him.
Okay, for the past few years, I've been training at Fire's Flow, and it's been a great environment of kind, supportive people. When I first started MMA, I spent time with the Shevchenko family and have had the experience of being Bullet's corner twice for UFC title defenses. Thanks to everyone's guidance and support, I've grown and am now able to fight on the world stage. Now it's my turn, time to shine. Thoughts, Mr. Sam?
I mean, like it started great when he said he's going back to the US regardless. So that was nice.
Yeah. So J Wolf, I was watching Focus Fights. You're like, oh, maybe these guys will get another RIZIN fight. I don't know if this guy's going to get another one if he's going right back to the USA. I'm pretty sure he's on this card because they can put an American flag right next to his name.
Yeah.
So yeah,
the foreigner quota.
Oh, by the way, thank you, T-san, as well. Hayato is from Shinryu's gym, which I've heard is an awful gym, like in terms of turning out talent-wise. So
Shinryu's gym in Japan.
Yes.
Yeah,
he called it a favor. He called it a favor bar. Hey, can you at least get one guy of mine on this show? Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Any thoughts?
No, I mean, other than the fact that he's heading back after this fight, it's just a deep fight, as you said before. I think with the Fighter's Flow experience, he'll be able to beat this Shinryu guy. But no, Andrew? Yeah, all alone.
My apologies.
No.
Sorry about that.
The fight was that bad.
Yeah, I clicked the exit by accident. Sorry about that. You were saying about Fire's experience?
I was just saying that with the fighter's flow experience, I think that Yuasa is going to be able to find a submission, crafty fighter's flow armbar, perhaps.
Yeah. Listen, yeah, Yuasa should win this on paper. Like, no questions asked. And again, I heard the Shinryu's gym is not a good gym. He's also like training at 8. I don't think he even coaches at the gym anymore. I think it's his dad who does that. I think. T-san, you're gonna have to correct me on that because Shinryu just basically trains at ATT at this point for most of for his fights. Yeah, no problem. I like RIZIN 42. I was at that show, so yeah,
Really?
yeah, yeah. I got what was it? Yeah, I got to interview Ersan in English.
His hood English.
Yes, his hood English. Anyway, that's prelim landfill, everybody. Oh yeah, I think I said. Did I say Yuasa to win? Yeah, Yuasa.
Yeah, Yuasa armbar. Lock the house.
Okay.
Put Jewel's RV on it.
Yeah. So okay, finally we can get into the real high level fights now, like Koki Akada versus Seiya Inoue. So. By the way, also keeping track as well. Koki Akada now fires flows as well. So number two. This is the count. When we do the count for decisions.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. This is the real count. By the way, so did you? So this guy is this okay? I have a prediction about Akada. I think he's gonna leave fires flow soon. I feel like this guy kind of burns bridges wherever he goes. I feel like he's the type of guy that just has no loyalty or just any sense of I don't know. It's kind of like when he finds something new, he kind of attaches himself to it almost. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, well, the Hiromasa stuff was bizarre, right? Because he almost adopted that personality. Like that was all he was doing. He was reposting adult videos on his Twitter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He was doing all this manga stuff. He had the helmet, he had the face paint, he was singing. And now all of a sudden he distances himself from Hiromasa. He's with the Breaking Down crew now. Now at Fighters Flow, obviously he's matured, he has the shorter hair.
Yes. By the way, T-San correcting me that Shinryu does coach at his gym. So my apologies. Sorry, go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, I mean I agree with you on the point that Akada seems fickle. He doesn't seem loyal to the people around him, so I can see him fucking off out of Fighter Flow after 1 or 2 fights.
Did you watch it? Sorry, go ahead.
Let me just say, Fighters Flow seems to groom these fighters in a way where they feel utter loyalty to Fighters Flow, to Ueda-san, which is it's almost cultish. Jolly would die for Ueda, and he's been there a year. So Ueda is clearly telling him something in these training sessions. People keep on coming to them. Tomizawa is also Fighters Flow.
Naoki
who?
On this card, Naoki. We're gonna talk about it next. Naoki.
He's Fighters Flow too.
Yep.
I thought he was Kenji Osawa's gym.
No.
Parks.
No. Maybe there's a different Naoki, but this Naoki, deep Naoki Tanaka, whatever you want to fucking call him. Former K1 fighter, yeah. Rise fighter, excuse me. Fire, not K1. Sorry. Yeah. And don't forget, Genji Umeno as well. I'm trying to think. Okana as well. Takeshi Izumi. But it's funny, he gets all the kickboxers who want to go into MMA. I wonder if it's a case where the problem is the other gyms are just too intensive grappling. And so these guys are just so intimidated by the grappling and the grapplers. And maybe Ueda doesn't put them in such he doesn't put them on that such uncomfortable level. If they went to a Brave gym, or they went to, like you said, Hearts gym, or even JTT for that example. So I wonder if it's because that's all I'm hearing. All I'm hearing is that it's a nice, kind, supportive environment. So I wonder if it's one of the less tough gyms, possibly the less tough gyms for Japan. maybe where they don't like kill each other like they do at Vasilius or at Hearts or other gyms.
Yeah,
That's the only thing I can think of. Yeah,
there's some mind control going on there for sure.
Yeah. So okay, we got questions. Let's see. Okay. So you watched the preparation video, right?
Yes.
Did you use the auto dubbing?
Yeah. For the most part.
I was every time it gritted my teeth, but I used it as well. T-San says that Koki Akada preparation, that apartment. By the way, you see how nice that apartment was?
Lovely, beautiful.
That was a beautiful apartment, but apparently it's not his apartment. It's called a rental space. So apparently Akada asked RIZIN Media to tell viewers, but RIZIN edited that part, so the internet talked about that. Do you see the comments? They were like, "Who's your sugar mama?"
Yeah, like who's sponsoring you?
Yeah,
you know.
It's there are questions. I do have some questions. Let's just put that. Let's put it that way. Superman King says that loyalty to great in Japanese culture, so I'm not surprised. Hell, that's how we got two exoduses from Japan and Noah and Wrestle 1. It's okay, so he's from Amori, which is close to Miyagi. Yes, he talked about it. Remember, he talked about in the preparation that like he like talked to Akada and was like, "Oh, you can come join the gym," and Akada was like, "Okay, sure." So whatever. J Wolf, again, it's a curtain jerker. Will it be a banger? Yes, but it's also against two 0-0 fighters. So
will it be a banger though?
It could be a banger for an 0-0 fight, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll give this. Listen, Okada's. I think he's good. I think he beat Gomyo in that fight.
I think he won both of his fights, to be honest.
So he clearly has something there. With Inoue though, like this is his second MMA fight. He fought on the last card. Did he fight on the 53 card? Or am
No, he fought on the Landmark 13. Okay. Landmark 13, okay. And he fought in Korea last year.
Oh yes. So, I mean, he got taken down by the
Smoker Jim.
Yeah, Smoker Jim guy. Yes. Was that Amayama? Was that Amayama?
Yeah.
Okay, this is all coming back. Okay. Yeah. What do you think? How do you think this fight will go?
I think Akada is just a better fighter. I think he'll mix in the grappling now with this fighter's flow stuff. He'll see that it's clearly a weakness of Inoue. And
sorry, when I hear like, the fighter's flow experience just makes me.
It's a real thing, man.
I know.
Maybe he'll even pull an armbar. Who knows? But I'm going to lean a Akada decision here. Just outstrikes Inoue over 3, mixes in the grappling.
Mm-hmm. When you talk about still training, wait, hold on. Can you repeat that? Hiroi and Shinryu still training at Fire's Flow?
Is what he means.
Not Hiroya. Not Hiroya, right?
I thought Hiroya is JTT, true and true.
Yeah.
This is not a Hiroya.
Oh, also, in the preparation, Tomizawa said Akada was very weak when he started training at Fire's Flow, which means Tomizawa put down Ren Hiramoto's team.
Yeah, well, Tomizawa's like a breaking down guy, close to Mikura, so.
Yeah. Oh, part-time. I think I saw Shinryu and Shorty Torres were training there, I think, for a bit. I know that'll make you that makes you happy to hear, Sam.
Yeah, I'm glad Shorty Torres is in Japan, just contributing so much. Begging RIZIN to book him. 8 months on now?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Hiroya recommended Fire's Flow to Tomizawa. Really? Okay. That's an odd recommendation. He would just say, "Hey, come to JTT."
Well, Tomizawa has done sessions at JTT before.
Okay, interesting. Anyway, yeah, I think Akada. I think with his more of his MMA experience, I think he should win this. Truthfully, somehow, Inoue is the underdog apparently in the odds. Yeah, he's still developing as an MMA fighter, So I picked the guy who has more MMA experience. Akada.
I picked the guy who's from Fighter's Flow.
Oh, okay. That's the overriding decision.
That's my criteria.
Yeah. Do you think either of these guys are going to grapple?
I think Akada will grapple well. No, grapple.
I want to see shitty white belt grappling. If this will be a banger to me, if there's shitty white belt grappling.
If Akada doesn't shoot a running clinch, I will commit something on live stream.
Maybe Inoue's the one who grapples. Maybe black belt Japan. That black belt Japan experience.
I'm not trusting anyone who's dumped on his ass by fucking smoker gym export ever in my life to grapple.
I know, Aniki says, why do all these kickboxers train at Fire's Flow when the black belt Japan and Tribe Choki are clear and better choice? Ueda has that special touch, man. He's like Horiguchi.
I think Ueda like molests them or something. Like, in total honesty, like he's touching them places where they don't want to be touched, and I think that's why they feel like some sworn loyalty to him.
You also think
Ryo Tronan's hard on him, though.
Well, sorry?
Tokyo, Ryo Tronan would be.
Oh yeah, Ryo Tronan is a tough ass. See, I think that's gotta be it, man. He's gotta be like a nice, calm coach who's not an intense guy, who's not, it's gotta be that. Because all the other gyms are intense as fuck. So all the good MMA gyms. So I just wonder if it's just one of the more yasashi, as you would say in Japan.
Yeah.
Japanese. If it's gotta be that. I don't know what else it could be. Because listen, if you watch Ueda's fight, Ueda's fight from RIZIN, if that's your first time watching his fight, you're like, wait, this guy actually owns a gym and coaches all these fighters. He's showing he's doing donkey shit.
Donkey guards.
Yeah.
I don't get that. Like at all. Like I don't understand what happened in that, because he wasn't fighting anyone good. He's fighting some like Grachan Brazilian. So like what was the story behind that?
Yeah. And then I think that was his first fight in like 10 or 15 years or something. It was like a long time that that was like his layoff, I think. Ike says, told me on Akada's preparation that Fire Swell was the first time he enjoyed martial arts. So yeah, this, you know what it almost sounds like? What do you call those? Like cardio kickboxing gyms type things? Like Tiger Schulman? Like,
yeah.
We have a warm, supportive, welcoming environment.
It's like when you go hit the pads and like the 45-year-old dad is like warming up on the pads, like hitting pads for his cardio.
Yes. That's gotta be it. Maybe I'll go train there when I go to Japan this year. I'll do some investigation.
Maybe just make sure you fucking button up tightly and make sure you're not touched anymore.
Yeah. Okay. T-san says, Umeno said that Takao Ueda never says anything negative. Takao's always said positive things and encouraged. That is why Umeno chose. Listen, I could tell you, I've trained at the Japanese gyms I've trained at. Listen, coaches can be fucking tough there. And I can tell you that yelling is a universal emotion. And when you're being yelled at by Osawa-san or
scratchy voice Shonan.
Yes, it's intimidating. Aniki says his entire career was in Zest. That's just entirely in Zest. So yeah. So we still have the big guns. We still have the big guns. We're going into more big guns. You want it deep again? You get deep and you get Fire Slow. So you get 2 for 1. So I hope Ueda just doesn't even leave. He should just stay there. He should just pull up a chair and just sit in the red corner wherever he's going to be cornering, because he's going to be there a while. Anyway,
Ueda should just be hung down from the rafters,
Yes. Anyway, Naoki, former Rise kickboxer, taking on Kaisei Kuroi. Yes, I know I've already accepted the latest Tapology. You don't have to tell me that. I'll say this though, Naoki is up. Did you see that? You saw the rear naked choke he got on Karate Kinoshita, right?
Of course, I tune in for all Kinoshida's losses.
Yes, I'm baffled. With all due respect to Karate Kinoshita, who's a more seasoned MMA fighter, how that even happens. That is because he went in for the takedown, and then somehow Naoki got his back. That is levels of stuff that you like. I'm baffled. I'm
He's like
baffled. That it happened.
impressively shambolic.
Yeah.
Impressively horrible at MMA.
By the way, if Hafid or Shingo is watching, they both have a common opponent in Shunki Mitsui. I want to see that guy in RIZIN this year. Better put him in.
Who the fuck is Shinki Mitsui?
Okay, he's this guy who's knocked out all of his opponents, and he's got a weird head. He's from Osaka.
He looks like a Koji Akada.
So, and he's only 21, and look at that record. He also he knocked out Ryogo Takahashi. 16-11, first round. All that almost except for one in his first round, except for his first fight. But look at that, all first round. Come on,
Impressive.
That's a guy who I want to see. Bring him on. Send it in, Chippy Choppies.
Chippy chips.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, so we got Naoki, Fighter's Foe, Kaisei Kuroi, Brave Jim. One guy has more MMA experience. The other guy only has 2-2. 2-1, excuse me. Wait, did I say 2-1? Also, he's called the Joker because he dresses or paints his face as a Joker. Yeah, sorry, 2-2. 2-2 versus 8-4. Thoughts, Sam?
And Naoki wasn't impressive as a kickboxer. Lost all his big fights, coming into MMA, fighter slow experience, slop. Kaisei Kuroi, more experienced, tenured MMA fighter. I'm going to go with him by decision. That's all I need to say about this fight.
You say Kuroi, sorry?
Yeah, Kuroi decision.
Oh, never mind. I take that back. Mitsui apparently has UFC dreams. Never mind.
Fuck.
Oh, well.
Fuck.
Yeah, so we're going to get into why Shinryu left BBT later. That's what I'm not going to call it black belt anymore. I'm just going to call it
BBT. Sounds like a surgery.
It's Kaisei Kuroi used to be the assistant of. I think is that supposed to be Kawajiri the fighter?
Tatsuya Kawajiri?
Yeah, it's gotta be like another like translation of the. Oh my god, whatever.
Yeah.
Kanji. Oh, and Kuroi's also he's Miyagi as well, so we know why he got the call. So. I'm gonna predict a Naoki knockout. I'll say this: I think I'm kind of on his MMA career. I'm on board. Listen, that rear naked choke was something else, man. And I don't know if he's gonna get that. He probably will never get that ever again in any other fights against anybody. But I'm all on board. I think he's a better MMA fighter than he is a kickboxer. He's just he's acclimated somehow and became more exciting and much more. I don't know. I think he's better than the average kickboxer coming into MMA. Not Yaman level, but I think
nobody can be Yaman level.
I think he's better so far than Catfish, certainly Taiga, maybe Kubo so far. So
Kubo is pretty good.
Kubo is good against people who do not grapple at all. So that's the best I'll give him. Is Naoki better than Ren Hiramoto though? Well, he's fighting more than Ren Hiramoto, so that's already a +1. Yeah, I'm going to pick Naoki. I'm going to say he knocks out Kuroi and shows the strength of Fire's Flow. That Fire's Flow is a gym to go to and to be at. Okay, oops. Sorry. Oh my god, I don't even have the thing up here. Okay, there we are. Oh my god, okay. We're continuing on our Fire's Flow talk, by the way.
Oh my god.
Daichi Tomizawa versus Rui Kato. We're familiar with Tomizawa, kickboxer, breaking down, all that stuff. Had a fun fight with Hiramoto though, Joe Hiramoto. Wait, that was him? No, sorry, hold on.
It was him also.
Okay, yeah. I forget that Hiramoto only has fought like kickboxers. I always mix up his fight with Toki Tamaru fights. So, by the way, also Fire's Flow. I think Toki Tamaru's also was Fire's Flow, maybe.
Fighter's Flow.
Fighter's Flow.
He's the one that got away.
Doubtback, Saito, and Ryogo Takahashi tried grappling Kubo. Yeah, and the one guy who was successful was Shadow Liev. So yeah. So okay, are you familiar with Rui Kato at all?
Yeah, I've watched some of his deep fights, and I know he's an ex-ensign guy, right?
Yes. I am not going to get too much into why. You can go on listen to Yamato Damashi, but let's just say he was let's just say
Fucking
he was,
ladybuzz, right?
well, he was doing things that he should not be doing and caused trouble.
Promiscuous.
So, he got kicked out of NCG. He used to be Crazy B. If anybody's telling you that he's still Crazy B, they're lying, by the way. He after leaving Crazy B, he went to Ensign's gym and then got kicked out of Ensign's gym. I have no idea where he trains at. It says free, so can mean anything at this point.
Focus Fights told me he was Crazy B.
Sorry?
Focus Fights told me he was Crazy B.
Oh, well, you know, everything is correct on Focus Fights. Right, J Wolf? You're still here? Apparently, Masato called him the man that will inherit Kid Yamamoto. Listen, Masato may be a great fighter, but psychic, I do not think is. I don't think he's particularly good at.
Masato was lying through his teeth.
Yes. Yeah. Also Miyagi guy, so that's why he gets the. That's why he gets the
fatigue.
He got the call.
I have Miyagi fatigue.
Miyagi fatigue. Just start bringing guys from Fukuoka at this point. Anyway, Kato, listen, he's a wild fighter. I'll say this: he's kind of a. If you want to give him the nickname Wild Boy or Wild Man, that'd be fair. He kind of just throws. He kind of just throws with no purpose, and just is. Do you ever see the Simpsons episode? Do you ever watch us? Do you ever watch Simpsons, Sam?
Yeah.
Okay. Older Simpsons.
Yeah, I've watched it all.
Okay. Do you remember the episode where what was it? Where the
Homer becomes a boxer?
No. So remember when Bart and Lisa say like they're in a fight or something, and they're like, if you get hit, it's your own fault, and they start just like throwing their arms like this?
Yes, I know the gif.
Yes. Okay, yeah. That's kind of how Rui Kato fights. Kind of throws his arms and just throws them wildly. So that's him. And Tomizawa, you know, we know how he looks, how he fights. A little bit, mostly kickboxer, but he seems to be doing okay with grappling at this point. He seems to have achieved or understands how to do most. You know, he defended the choke from Hiramoto. So,
I mean, Hiramoto kind of has bitch squeeze.
Yeah. He improved it for his next fight, though. So, credit to him.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Who's he fighting again?
It was Amiyama.
Amiyama.
Yeah, remember he did the Amiyama. He got the actual choke in this time.
Oh yeah. When Amiyama got tired and exhausted.
Yeah. So, what do you think? Do you think the guy with more MMA experience, 5-7, nonetheless, will be the winner in this fight?
I'm gonna go with Tomizawa KO here. Maybe a surprise to some. I think Tomizawa carries. I don't think he carries an extreme amount of power in his hands, but I feel like with a style like Ryo Kato's, where he's coming forward, he's winging punches, he's getting into a firefight. I just think Tomizawa can land those cleaner strikes. You know, former kickboxer. He's knocked out people before. I think he's just a cleaner strike out of two, and he'll find the shot in one of these exchanges.
Yes, J-Wolf, we know Tapology never lies, unlike us.
No, yeah, because Tapology is a dedicated Japanese MMA section, you know, with active editors and such.
Okay, so on a YouTube show, this is from T-Song, Genji Umino said he needed to challenge bungee jumping, but Umeno's not good at heights. So Umeno could not, so Tomizawa jumped 2 times instead. Interesting.
Well, this just makes me more confident in my pick. Someone who has the testicles to jump 2 times on the bungee jump. That's tremendous. That's commendable.
And Aniki says that Kato had a few fights in breaking down too. Oh, I did not know that. Honestly. I wonder so he had that year layoff. If you look at his record, he had like a Aniki, is that what he did after he got kicked out of because his last fight was in 2024 December. So
breaking down isn't on Topology.
Yeah, but Aniki, was these fights after 2024? Because I'll explain like why how he kept active.
There's a gap.
So yeah, if you happen to know that. Yeah, Tomizawa, better hands. I think he's looked okay grappling. I think he's pretty. It's okay. It's not there yet. Kato is just a guy who throws against an experienced striker, much better striker, more technical striker. I don't think that works. I think Tomizawa is going to. Yeah, I think Tomizawa, and he's as you can see. Oh, by the way, illegal soccer kick loss. I think this will be a beautiful jab cross fest from Mr. Tomizawa, and Fires Flow will get another win on their record for this fight.
Decision.
You know what? Probably.
That's fair enough.
I am hoping for as many finishes in the first round so that I can get as much sleep as humanly possible. I don't know if you plan to stay up late to watch it. So
I watch every card, unfortunately.
I'm gonna try to. Anyway, wow, we go finally. No Fires Flow, no K1 kickboxers, no right. Okay, finally have some MMA here. Yachi taking on ISAO. And if you want to know what his family name is, it is Kobayashi. T-San gave me a great breakdown why he only goes by ISAO. Do you want to take a guess, Sam, why he goes by ISAO?
No clue.
Okay.
Enlighten me.
Do you know who Ichiro Suzuki is?
Does not ring a bell.
He is, before Shohei Ohtani, he was biggest name baseball player from Japan.
Okay.
I think he played for the Yankees. Was he the one that they call Godzilla? I think maybe, or I don't know. I don't know anything about baseball. Anyway, ISAO. So normally you put like first name or first name initial, last name, whatever. Anyway, he just put Ichiro on his thing. So now famous guy does this. Famous baseball player does it. What does everybody else do? Oh, I'm going to do the same thing. So that's apparently the inspiration for why he goes by ISAO, because Ichiro, kind of like Masato started the whole singular kickboxing thing name. Apparently that's Ichiro did that as well. You do not seem impressed. Or I don't know if you're thinking or if your brain melted.
I was deep in thought over Fighters Flow. I apologize. The singular name stuff is pretty common in Japanese martial arts, but I never knew why this guy was particularly inspired. So
I also have a theory. Oh my god, we're getting baseball things in here. I'm not going to get into baseball talk at all. All I'll say is go Knicks. Basketball. Anyway. So the other thing is also, I think people who have Japanese people who have like aspirations outside Japan, like celebrities, like Gact. You know Gact?
Yeah, I know Gact.
Yeah. Like what easier way to get more international fans than having your name entirely in English, or to get more eyes on you?
Gact speaks English, doesn't he?
He might. I know he lived in Hawaii during the pandemic.
I think he speaks perfect English.
So there's that. It's a way to stand out as well. It looks cool. It looks cooler. I don't know how else to describe it, but it looks cooler. So
it gets you attention in Japan as well, because like Yaman's name, right? It's in English words. So has that flair.
Yeah, it's so you immediately stands. It's like when Prince went by the symbol or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, Kobayashi, former pancreas and featherweight and lightweight champion. He was called the strongest featherweight at one point, and I don't know why T-San. I don't know if you could tell us why this guy never came to RIZIN, but my guess is he either had UFC dreams, or he just like maybe no interest in RIZIN just in general. Because you'd think a guy like that would be in RIZIN at some points. So it's kind of interesting that this guy never. This is the first time in RIZIN, and yeah, I know he's Miyagi guy, So I sorry Miyagi fatigue, Sam, but I mean I can't believe that RIZIN was just like, you know what, we gotta save this guy for a Miyagi show, because it would be like saving Holloway for a Hawaii show that's never gonna happen. Because they're, like I said, they were going to do the show in 2020. 6 years, they just were like, oh, we're not going to book this guy till a Miyagi show. That's entirely possible. It just seems bizarre, because you want a guy who has a good record like this, who has legitimate wins over him and all that, over foreigners and all that, like on your card. So it's just surprising. T-San says other RIZIN athletes like Shoko Sato guest ISAO, also like Koyomi, more wish for foreign promotion. Okay, that answers that. That's why explains why he was in Bellator. This guy took like 3 or 4 fights in Bellator. Let's see if I can get up his all that stuff. Anyway, we know Yachi. I don't know. Is Yachi the quintessential lightweight gatekeeper at this point, Sam?
A gatekeeper, I think he's fallen a little bit below that. I think he's just a guy who's so associated with the RIZIN brand at this point, from the very first few events. Mm-hmm. He's been on them. He's been notable in Japan. I think that they want to, if they can keep him around winning, that's what they're going to do. And I think this fight is a perfect example of them trying to throw up a layup to Yachi and have him dunk it.
Kobayashi's got wins over guys like Kazuki Tokadome, Lion Inoue, Will Chop. Remember him from the old UFC days. And Yutaka Saito as well. And he had an amazing feud with Kyle Agawan, which is King Steel's favorite fighter.
Yeah.
And Taichi Nakajima as well. And then now he's on a 3-fight losing streak. And he has a win over Matsushima due to the legal knee. So, yeah.
That's a GMMA promotion favorite.
Yes.
Illegal knee, illegal soccer kick.
Yeah. And Yachi as well. By the way, as well, on Instagram, apparently Yachi, Bara said, if you lose this match, Yachi, you're not coming back. And now, apparently Yachi is now challenging Aaron Wolf, New Japan's Aaron Wolf, to something. Okay. I wonder if they're going to... So, many moons ago, do you know that New Japan booked pro wrestling matches with Shinsuke Nakamura and Daniel Gracie and Sakuraba versus the Gracie brothers in pro wrestling matches?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to do something like that because they had that judo match. Yachi and Wolf had a judo match, that Abima judo challenge thing. And, of course, Aaron Wolf, mocked him. So I wonder if New Japan's gonna work that into an angle. Maybe. Yeah,
Yachi has his eyes set on New Japan. He's
it's entirely I would not be surprised if that happened. If he seems like he's tailor made for pro wrestling. He kind of has the personality for it, so I could see him doing that. Though, yeah, I don't know. It was just so out of the blue. So it's just I don't know. Maybe he's just trying to work his way into an angle or something, and it's actually nothing's ever going to happen.
Working himself. What's the saying? Working yourself into a shoot and shooting yourself into a work.
Oh yeah, ISAO originally a featherweight, so Yachi will probably be the much bigger guy as well. So what was I going to? Okay. Yeah, both these guys kind of, Yachi has kind of stoplight record, as you like to call it.
The topology rainbow.
Yeah. No, this is like stoplight.
Oh, red, green.
Yellow as well. Thanks to Minoru Kimura. They're both kind of all-rounders. I would say probably Yachi has the grappling advantage. Striking-wise, I don't know. They're probably, I think they're both equal. But I have to pick Yachi to win this. I think Yachi will kind of just grapple his way to a victory in this.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you fully. I'm going to go Yachi submission here. I think he's the grappling edge, and I think that ISAO they're similar in age, 36 and 37, but I feel like ISAO is the more weathered fighter, He's experienced damage over his career.
Yeah.
And, he's on that 3-fight losing streak now. Don't think he gets a win before his career's up, unfortunately. think it's
I
gonna
think
be a
he's
submission?
I think he is extremely cooked at this point as a fighter. I don't think he's. I think 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, this could be a competitive fight. I don't think this will be a competitive fight. And then we'll see Yachi get knocked out because his hair got in his eye or something like that.
Well, Yachi is fucking poor scar tissue, you know. Yachi could get cut up again, you know. We've seen him, the Red Wolf or whatever he's called, cut him up.
Yeah. Nikki also has a good point that Yachi's a former 145er too. Yeah, he was definitely he had different body composition, I'll say.
Yachi looks yoked nowadays. Like utterly shredded.
Damian Brown always comments how big Yachi looks. Like,
yeah, there's something weird going on there with that Damian Brown guy, because they like Yachi will walk out and Damian Brown be like, "Oh, this guy's just so big. Oh, he's so massive.
Big, mate.
Look,
I don't know how he makes 155 or 70 kilos, mate.
45, man. He's just fucking huge. Look at him. Can't fuck." It's like,
look
at
that cunt's back.
Look at his cock. It's like, okay, like what are we actually doing here, Brown? But he is big. He's a big shredded guy, man. He's on that horse meat diet.
Oh yes.
His eyes are looking a bit uneven on that poster, but let's not look too much into that.
Yeah. Anyway, we're moving on. We're going to LFA experience now, J Wolf. So be happy. Black Panther BeyNoah versus Bilal. I wrote Kia. Excuse me. Bilal Kai Haga in the Battle of the Hafu matches. Really, right? Shingo Bar are like, we need a match. You know, why don't we put the two Hafus against each other? Make it interesting.
It feels like some shit. Have you ever played the Yakuza series?
Oh yes, of course. Yes,
it feels like the shit you'd see in like the underground fighting. You know, where the Kiryu's fighting like these like random guys from in Japan, like in the underground circle. Like these two fuckers come up. I could see something like this. Two Blasians. It's you don't see this often. You do not see this often. Booked against each other too.
Yeah. American Asian and then Ghanaian Asian, I believe he's
Ghanaian,
Guyanese, maybe. T-san, you'll be here to save us. Yes, I was looking up Haga's record. That's Tenya's first fight, by the way, and got mogged by him. And then he was like, I'm going to Grachan.
Bilal Kai Haga rules Grachan like fucking Nazi Germany.
Yes, that's his castle. I know, J Wolf, you're so excited for the LFA BeyNoah fight. 120 bits. Kana and BeyNoah you see that? Kana and BeyNoah are just Kana's been, you know, she's been doing it. I hope she's getting paid good.
Kana's a workhorse. But it worries me that BeyNoah is like all week he's been handing out posters. Like, where's the training, bud? Where's the fucking weight cut? Like,
so that's the other thing. So he's being listed as training out of AKA in California. So where's he training in Japan though? Is what I'm wondering. T-san, do you happen to know that? Because
I know he trains with Tyra in America too, or maybe in Japan. I have no clue, but I know he's often there when Tyra fights in Vegas.
Does he just like visit? Does he just like randomly visit a gym or something and just like, hey, I'm just gonna train?
Like I don't even think he's training for this fight. I think he maybe did some rounds at AKA 3 months ago, but I don't know what he's doing in Japan.
But that's American. No, now they say now it says his affiliation is Kyokushin Kaikan. So is he just okay? I am not familiar with the gym at all. I've never heard of them. And then whatever I forgot what Haga is from. I'm pretty sure Tapology has it wrong, J Wolf, so I'm not gonna go there. Oh, Master Japan Tokyo. So Master Japan Tokyo. Gahanai. Gahanai. Oh my god. Ghanaian. Okay. Anyway, which of the Hafus do you think will win?
I'm going to pick BeyNoah and just hope he doesn't get knocked out. Because at this point, I believe you put me in there with BeyNoah and I could knock him out. I believe the chin is shattered. Totally just not there anymore. Does Bilal Haga have the power to fucking KO? Maybe he does. Does he have that Grachan power?
The Grachan rub. The Grachan champion rub.
I mean, Kai Bilal Haga has amazing judo. I love his judo. Visually aesthetic. I don't think he's an MMA fighter at the level to compete with a BeyNoah. I think BeyNoah will just touch him up on the outside. It'll be a boring decision.
Karl
Lakoku.
Yeah.
Karl Lakoku is the guy Philip flatlined at RIZIN 43.
And also BeyNoah did as well. Remember?
Yes.
It was better the Black Panthers. You know, I have to pick Haga. I'm gonna pick Haga. I don't know. I have not been impressed with BeyNoah's MMA run so far. And
that's understandable. I just don't think I can. Like in good conscience, I don't think I can pick a fighter from Grachan ever. It's just that's my way of looking at things.
I don't know. I feel like BeyNoah, yeah. And you now have me questioning, who is he training? I don't know. This Kyokin karate place, like I don't even never even heard of it. Okay, now I gotta do a deep dive. Now we go. Now I gotta do, because I'm so curious now. What was it? Kyokushin Kaikon. Okay. Let's see. It's a karate style.
I don't think this place exists.
Maybe it exists in I don't want to put the Japanese thing because it's gonna probably like, I bet it's gonna give me like just like the karate thing as well. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. It's just gonna give me Kyokushin karate. Unless this is their Instagram or this, let's see what their website says. I love going on Japanese websites because they look like they were created in like 1993. I don't even know what this is. Okay. This has nothing to do with anything. Anyway, yeah, I had to go with Haga, man. I just don't see what I just was like, yeah. I had to go Haga just based on just more MMA experience. I know BeyNoah has a puncher's chance, but also he has a chance of getting KO'd as well.
Well, what BeyNoah is doing over in LFA, like I know it's the joke now, but
yeah,
like that's not like not impressive.
He beat Manhope's son, who's his cousin, a good fighter himself. Cousin, sorry. Oh, okay.
Manhope's cousin, yeah, like, but he had multiple LFA fights and pretty good, like pretty fucking good. I think it's better than anything Bilal Haga has ever done.
Oh, Master Japan Tokyo is the same gym as the newest PFL signing, Sasuke.
Yeah.
And Sasuke did well in his last fight.
Sasuke got fucking punted into the canvas, so that's good.
It's Starscream. Bros training regimens. They have Jason Thackers. Who's Jason Thackers? Why does that name sound familiar? Anybody?
Thackers.
Jason Thackers?
Jason Thackers.
Is that a misspelling? Is that a misspelling there, Starscream? Anyway, so yeah, I'm sure this fight will be great. I meant the BeyNoah and Haga.
Oh no, you couldn't have possibly fucking meant this fight, could you?
Oh, Jason Dagger, a tough one dude trained out of an abandoned truck stop. Okay.
Oh, I think I know this guy. This is the guy who disappeared after Tough. I remember.
Oh, that happened with a lot of guys. That happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy the fight. Enjoy that fight. Try to enjoy this one as well. Ryo Sakai, Taka Kenshin, heavyweight slop. So, J-Wolf, to clarify, my understanding is that Shingo said he's gonna. And this was from the confessions video. He said he's gonna evaluate the performance of whoever wins this fight and the Yakuza fight and decide who gets to be in the who's the other person in this tournament. And I think you said it best. They're just trying to find a way to not put Sakai in the tournament if he somehow wins. I think that's what a confetti kind of comes down to. I mean, yeah, I don't know what else to say. Here's one interesting thing. They have a 10-year age difference between the two, and they're saying they're from the same prefecture but different cities. So, you know,
we got some
geographical
beef.
Yeah. Yeah. Any thoughts? Sam?
Two fat fucks. Taka Kenshin probably the more athletic of the fat fucks. Younger, more pop. He's horrible fighter, but Ryo Sakai is an old man at this point in his career. I just think he's too slow. Taka Kenshin's going to land something big and put him down, get a shitty ground and pound KO on top.
Use sumo. Use just sumo and size and just
use his big down. Fat fucking blubber. Bouncing around the ring.
He's gonna smother his man tits in Sakai.
I'll tell you something. If this fight hits the mat, I worry for the people in Xebio Arena because I fear we could get another earthquake in Miyagi.
I hope Damian Brown and Michael Schiavello are listening to this because you guys have absolute 100% permission to steal that. You guys should absolutely steal that and use that on air. Here's the thing. I want Ryo Sakai to win because I want to disrupt everything. I want him to disrupt this entire tournament.
Oh god. Ryo Sakai just got a bit of aura to him. He walks around with a swagger, like big man aura,
Yeah. And that Ryo Sakai, he could easily probably be like a middleweight as well.
Dude, Ryo Sakai cut down to fucking featherweight. He could have a like. What are we doing?
J-Wolf, so again, what do you define by banger? Do you just mean a finish? I don't understand. When I think of banger, I think of like, Matsushima Kafaro or Umeno, Catfish, Umeno, yeah. So, or Koji and Umeno. That's what I think of as when it's banger. If Taka Kenshin falls on Ryo Sakai and knocks him out, or does the mother's milk on him, which is God. Are you familiar with mother's milk, Sam?
Yes.
Okay, yes. If he does that to me is not a banger. That's not banging to me.
Oh, Taka Kenshin's gonna get milked. It's gonna look fucking horrible.
120 bit says both these guys will gas out after throwing 50 strikes. I'll give credit to Sakai though. He doesn't really gas. Taka Kenshin could gas. I don't think Sakai will. My hope is Sakai wins. Bangers equal good action packed fights.
So not this one.
Yeah. Okay. In a way, Alves fight was a bit of a banger in the third round. So okay. Yeah, we got that. Point. Clay Collard, Shane Burgos from PFL, the number 2 promotion in the world, banger. So, yeah, those are bangers. Taka Kenshin just laying on Sakai and throwing elbows is not banger. That's it's alleviating the torture that we can possibly go through.
Should have put Max Yoshida in this tournament. Still stand by that.
He's gonna be too busy trying to go on a date with Noelle. So let's not. I don't want to be banned from YouTube, so I'm not going to describe that at all. So
please look a fruity character.
I'll say that I'll get to the heavyweight tournament this. So I think obviously RIZIN wants Taka Kenshin to win. And now Taka Kenshin and Sidario now hate each other again. They made up for a while and now they hate each other again. I don't know why. I'm going to just suppose that Sidario is an asshole. He just seems like a guy who burns bridges.
Isn't he the guy who's tweeting slurs on Twitter?
That might be Taka Kenshin, actually.
Oh god, both of these brothers are.
Might be both of them. Actually, it honestly might be both of them. But I think that initially RIZIN booked Taka Kenshin because they were trying to build up a fight between Sidario and Taka Kenshin because they hated each other. So I think RIZIN kind of wants to do a brother versus brother fight where they legitimately don't like each other. Thoughts, Sam?
I mean, yeah, hopefully we see it in the tournament in the final, and that's the penultimate moment of Japanese heavyweight MMA. 2 brothers, fat fucking sumo idiots fighting each other. I love it.
Chris says he'd buy Machi. He spelled Machi wrong, by the way. A steak dinner and treat her well.
Yeah, I'm sure
that's probably the nicest comment that they're going to or nicest statement they will get for some of those fighters.
No comments made about our chest, so we're making progress.
Yeah. And yeah, okay, J Wolf. Fights you listen for fight of the year candidates. Bangers don't have to rise to that level. Any good fight could be a bang. Do you know? So banging, I assume, usually means like like what Justin Gaethje did and Max Holloway did, like that. I don't like. Is this just my? Am I interpreting bangers wrong, or am I?
I would say bangers would be any entertaining fight, any fight that was
Okay,
high paced.
but a fight where that ends in the first minute does not necessarily mean that it's entertaining, though.
No, it's not a banger. No, a banger is something that goes a decent amount of time.
Oh, you know what's a banger? J-Wub, you know what's a fucking banger? Sorry to interrupt you, Sam. Motoya versus Ougikubo 2. That was a fucking banger.
That was a banger.
Oh. T-San says he agrees. RIZIN wants to make the brothers match to get attention from general public since sumo's nationwide. Yeah, is the basho going on now, T-San? I was at a bar last week and they were showing I think it was the current sumo basho that's going on. That actually, in fairness, that would get like attention having two brothers, because I don't think that's ever been done in a major MMA fight show before, right? Not like those exhibition things where like the Yamaguchis fought each other, right?
Yeah, and that is coming to mind.
Yeah, what's
this thing would have been friends in the UFC, I guess.
The closest one that could have happened maybe would have been the Shamrocks fighting each other, because I know that they had a falling out.
Yeah.
But they're not real brothers. They're kayfabe brothers. So it's they have
the same dad, don't they?
Who? The Shamrocks?
Yeah.
I thought they're
the same dad, but they have different mothers. Or like one's adopted, is he?
I think
Frank
so.
Is adopted. They look similar though. Like I don't know.
They
look really similar. Like way too similar to not be related.
Oh, you might be right. You actually might be right now that I'm thinking about it. Now that you bring that up, actually. Okay.
Yeah.
Small Screen says that Frank's the adopted one. Okay.
Fuck, man, where did they adopt him from? The other house? Because like he looks fucking spot on. Like he looks dead on.
Well, here's the funny thing. The funny thing, there has been scientific studies that if you grow up with somebody for a long time, you kind of mirror each other. Like you kind of start to grow similar, even if you're not like related. So I'm guessing since they grew up with each other, they kind of just started looking like each other. Just because that's how. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know how much of that is true. Doesn't seem very believable. Like if you adopted like an Asian child, you adopted a black child, do you think they're going to morph into some similar phenotypically looking child?
I mean, there's probably some exceptions.
Yeah, I guess.
But Aniki, you're right. Let's move on to the two good fights. To the two only good fights on this card. Tony Laramie, not having a good week. First I didn't believe the story that a dog bit him. I thought, it must be incorrect. He bit the dog, but no, that didn't turn out to be.
Tony Laramie brutally mauled by a Rottweiler. It's something I never thought I'd wake up to and read on my phone.
Yeah. So my understanding is he was protecting his dog from another dog from the Rottweiler that was like about 50 kilos or weighed about 50 kilos.
Yeah, and his dog is a tiny little like Shih Tzu, little shitty cunt fucking dog. So
I feel like Laramie would be the type of guy who has like a pit bull like chained to his like trailer backyard. That's like the vibes of a dog. Are we talking like one of those? You know how like Filipinos and Mexican families have like that little crusty ass like white fluffy dog? Is that the type of dog that he has?
No, it's like he has like a bulldog, I think it's called, but it's like a small one.
French bulldog? Frenchie?
Yeah, it's a Frenchie. That's what it's called.
Really? Frenchies are usually those are like the upper class dogs. Those are like the people. Like Reina has like a basket full of them. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Just when I think of like rural hick Canada, I don't think someone owning a French bulldog.
Maybe TJ bought one of the French. Look it up. Maybe could we get this up? Because I'm curious now. Let's get up on Google Tony Laramie dog.
Tony Laramie dog. I'm afraid what this might pull up.
Look at images. Look at images. Google images. Surely we can. Yeah, look, that's it.
Little fucking thing.
That's
Wow.
fucking it.
I just doesn't seem like the type of dog a guy like Tony Laramie would have.
Kind of looks like him, eh?
I guess so. Yeah, it does look a little bit like him.
Laramie kind of looks like the Boss Baby, you know, just aged up a bit. Boss Baby with hair.
Oh, apparently Laramie, Ersan said that Laramie's weight cut is to only eat eggs. Apparently.
How does Ursa know that?
And yes, rural Canada, I'll tell you this, rural Canada, there are some shitty rural parts of Canada, like, that you don't want to, like, you think that, like, the South, like, is all, like, hick, trailer park, you know, what you doing down here. Canada has their own rednecks. And they can be just as racist and you know, I'm gonna shoot you if you come on my property type thing. They can. There's that one stretch of highway in Canada. Have you heard about this? It's called like the Murder Highway, the Murder Interstate.
Yeah.
Where like 50 people have gone missing, and then they find them later dead. So, yeah,
it's like some like RDR2 fucking gang shit, you know, like the cannibals.
Yeah. Also, the other thing is that there's a lot of indigenous people who live in Canada that live in those shitty reservation things.
Reservations, yeah. They all went up north. And
Nikki says we should have put Laramie's dog versus Chihiro Sawada's dog in the other car instead of Ren Hiramoto's former dog versus Inoue.
Chihiro Sawada's dog is bigger than her.
Oh yeah, I think that would be an open weight fight. That'd be an open weight fight.
That would be like a Pride Never Dies, like heavyweight J-Wolf slap fight.
And Nikki says that Laramie's chest tattoo is one of the worst in MMA. What do you think, Sam? I know you're a Laramie truther, so
I'm a Laramie truther, but I don't think we have to beat around the bush here. I think he's a pretty questionable looking guy.
Do we get mustache Laramie, or we get no mustache Laramie?
Fuck with the rabies, man. Like, I don't know, like the foam all coming up with the mustache, the mullet in the back, and like, you know, last fight when he came in with the mustache and the mullet, Damian Brown loved it. He's the coming out party for Tony Laramie. That's what he was saying. So it was confusing.
What do you think? So I haven't been able to find out where he got bit. If I don't know if Aniki or Tisan, if either of you know, I'm interested to know where on his body the injury happened, because I think that's important. I know this was also like a few weeks ago, but they just announced it. I think this.
I don't know how bad he got bit as well. Like, it could.
Well, if he's still fighting, I got to assume that he's in a state that. Well,
yeah,
no, he's totally Laramie. He probably would.
Infection.
Yeah,
and he's like on antibiotics. Like, that's still fucked.
Yeah, they changed the. By the way, they changed the weight of this fight from 57 to 59.
Yeah.
So, but I'm interested. Like, if he's been on the leg, like that to me is like that's a like. I mean. Jay Wolf's calling you out, Sam.
Oh God, I'm so sorry. I'll try to be 45 and fucking miserable.
If the injury's on the leg, that to me is something like or the ankle. That could be a game changer for his fight, even if it's on the arm. If it's his main punching arm. So
I'd say if he's bitten in any way that it's got infected and he's on an extensive amount of antibiotics, that'll 100% play a factor. The weight cut, you know, the weight cut's already, the weight has already been adjusted, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and again, this happened a few weeks ago, and I don't know when they decided to come to this and decided to, hey, we're gonna announce it then. So I'm assuming would he still be on antibiotics? He may be even still on antibiotics as well. That's why
he might not even make the contracted weight.
I think he'll make the contracted weight. If they agree to this, then then they're doing this as like, okay, he can definitely make this weight. I think.
Yeah. That's understandable.
You know, I was picking Laramie to win this like handily at first, but oh my God, it's like, I don't know. Do you think Motoya? Oh, okay. We're getting some. Tisan says Kashiwagi Shingo said that Laramie's injury bite was very deep. He was in Canada, took his dog his 50-pound or 50-kilogram dog as well. So that's
a Rottweiler is like a fucking like a hound. Like
no, guys, it's 57, 59. That is catch weight, I think, right? It is catch weight.
What pounds is that? I'm a European kg user.
Sorry, I'm trying to find out in freedom units. That is 130. So that is that is 150. That is 130. That is that is catch weight.
That's a 5 pound difference.
Yeah. So my guess is we know Tisan he's had a tough life. This shit doesn't make it any better, unfortunately. With this thing. I'm trying to think first when this fight was announced, I was like, oh, Laramie's gonna win this like handily. He's like just better all around than I think Motoya. I don't know, man. It's I feel like this fight's a lot closer now. I didn't see the odds. I forgot the odds.
I think Laramie is a plus 110 and Motoya is minus 140.
Okay, that's not.
It's like almost even, Stevens, 6-7.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Do you feel? I know you were probably picking Laramie from the beginning, but now with all this stuff coming about, the antibiotics, the catch weight, this whatever this injury could be, does this change your opinion on how this fight might go?
I was like full in on the Laramie train when this was announced. I thought Laramie was not a walk in the park, but like handy decision is what I had. And then as the fight got closer, I even switched to KO finish for Laramie. Now that the antibiotic stuff is coming out, I understand that it can play a factor into how the fight and plays out, but I don't think I'm going to change the pick because like it's still a lot of ifs and ifs. This happens and if this happens, because I don't want to switch the picks and then Laramie just wins. Because that'll just make me feel stupid. Like I think you got to ride with Laramie if you were riding with him before. I think the antibiotics will play an effect in how much gas he has over 3, in his strength maybe. If he's going to offensively wrestle out of Motoya's grappling attempts.
Because we know that Motoya can kind of go 3 rounds without gassing.
Motoya has 50 minutes of gas.
Yeah, I was all in on it's because you know how many times you hear fighters say like, oh, I got sick during the weight camp and I'd start taking antibiotic pills and they caused my cardio to just go to shit or something. That I feel like we hear that with so many fighters, and it's like a staph infection too. Yeah, and then also the injury as well. That's the other thing. I'm sure that will the injury be even fully healed is what I'm wondering, and also where as well. Could he even have say if he got bit on the leg and he was able to get stitched up? Can he now use wherever? Like, does that also impact his training as well? So he may have missed how many days or a week of training?
Yeah.
Then they would have to also do a rabies test. He may not have been. He may have also had to quarantine for a few days as well to make sure he didn't have rabies. Because anytime you get bitten by a dog or any type of animal, you get a rabies test. At least in the United States, you do. I don't know. I'm pretty sure in Canada. So.
Well, I think they checked him for rabies prior to the dog bite, and he came up positive. So,
okay.
I feel like they didn't need to check it after.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Just want to make sure about that. I was going to pick Laramie. I think for sake of argument, I'm going to have to pick Motoya on this. And I think we're going to see Laramie strong possibly in the first round. And I just don't know how those second or third rounds are going to go. I think if I could be totally wrong, he's 100%, 110%. We see the same Laramie that we saw on the Soya fight and the Yamauchi fight. I could be wrong, but I'm just hearing all this stuff. And man. I have to pick Motoya just based on healthiness at this point and not getting bitten by a dog and not having to take antibiotics that I know of. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Motoya drops losses to such weird fighters, like fighters you should assume he's beating, like the Vince Moraleses of the world, for example. Yeah. In a stand-up affair, in a fight that like Motoya just couldn't get it down.
Yeah,
Morales just jabbed him up 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2.
Shinryu couldn't get him down either as well.
Shinryu couldn't get him down. I think Motoya is going to win in fights where he's grappling, like obviously, right? Whether he's offensively grappling, whether someone's grappling him, he can play the defensive game, reversals, sweeps from the bottom. Like if Laramie's going to strike here, and he has 3 minutes of gas, or 3 minutes of gas, 15 minutes of gas, and he comes out like he did versus Soya with the leg kicks, heavy leg kick approach, ripping the body shots, hurting Soya. Like Motoya has very competitive striking matches with the likes of Hiroya, for example, which is just not a good look. Not a very good look at all. I think Laramie is much better boxing than Motoya. He has the ability to go forward, push the pace, possibly with Motoya, you know, in the first or second. Probably the second or the third would be my prediction. And I think if Motoya looks to offensively grapple, Laramie's going to be the stronger of the two, much more strength. Great wrestling game, we know. He doesn't show it off much. He offensively grappled Yamuchi, right? And little spells in the Ito fight, so we know it's there. Like I don't think it's going to be a grappling blowout for Motoya. I think he's a very grappling heavy style. Laramie would have the wrestling style, if anything.
I think I would agree with that. But again, I'm just considering this injury and just the health state of Laramie. It's just that's the one thing I'm considering. And when I hear you're on antibiotics and you've been bitten by a dog, I'm like, you know, because now we're learning apparently that that Nazimov, well, he had an ACL injury during the Gustavo fight apparently.
Yeah, he had a knee injury.
So yeah,
but fighters fight injured all the time. Fighters don't have perfect camps. Like we know of this. If we were to switch picks based on all the little things we heard, if we had full access to a fighter's camp, I swear to God, people would be picking their opponent. Like you know, because like Yaroslav Amosov, who fought Joel Alvarez, UFC 328, he suffered a broken nose in camp versus fuck, what am I saying? He suffered a broken nose in the camp for Joel Alvarez during training, you know? Like, this shit doesn't come out till after, unless it gets leaked. So, like, I don't know. I feel like the fact that this went so public, it had to have gone public because of the weight altercation, you know? The weight up. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be something that causes me to switch my pick. Maybe I look stupid if he gasses in one, but so be it.
So that's the thing. I feel like I'm gonna look stupid if Laramie just fights exactly like how he did against Soya and Yamauchi, and I'm just, you know, I think I just have to all these outside factors possibly can affect this fight, and it goes beyond like a normal injury. As well.
Of course, it's the antibiotics and what they do to your body.
Yes. And also just the bite as well. I want to find out where I hope he says during the press conference where he was bitten. That is, I'm guessing it either probably was his hand, may have been his ankle, calf, or something like that. I don't think he was bitten on his face or anything, because I don't think he'd be fighting probably if he got.
Yeah.
Maybe he would.
I'm thinking like forearm.
Yeah. It had to be somewhere where hopefully wouldn't affect your fight.
The forearm would be a dangerous one because like the Rottweiler would latch onto it, right? So
yes, yeah. But also it could. So if he's trying to grab this dog or try and prevent, you know, if he's trying to, let's say if he got him between the dogs, it could go for his leg, his lower leg, possibly.
Yeah.
Or his hand. That's what I'm thinking. Either hand.
Wonder if his dog got injured.
I haven't heard anything about that, so I'm assuming that the dog is okay. I would I would hope that his dog is okay. Do you remember, just random before we get into our last fight, do you remember when Strasser Kichi won his fight in RIZIN? I forgot it was against who, but he dedicated his dog had died recently, and he dedicated the fight to his dog after at the post fight.
Yes.
Just random RIZIN lore. And speaking of RIZIN lore, oh boy, we got something with this.
We have something.
Ougikubo versus Shinryu 2. So, where does this start? Okay, Shinryu growing up in Sendai is considered a prodigy because prodigy MMA. Black belt Japan, or I guess at the time it was called Parasha Matsudo. Ougikubo is like, hey, come join the gym. Shinryu says, sure. Travels to Tokyo, Chiba, wherever it is. And then Shinryu's told, hey, you have to clean some toilets here because, you're a young boy. Shinryu's like, no, I don't want to do that. Okay. Shinryu also brings his dad to his training sessions. And now this I kind of agree with. I kind of am on board with this because if you ever bring parents ever go to training sessions, they can be annoying. They can be really annoying and just they won't shut the fuck up. They're not. They coach sometimes from the sidelines.
Yeah.
Anyway, then apparently the Shinryu side, that's Ougikubo's side. That's Ougikubo's side. Shinryu's side. This is all from the confessions, by the way. Shinryu says, "I beat a bunch of people that were high-level pancreas fighters at black belt, Parasha Masudo." And then they started, and then they're like, "Oh, no one wants to train you here because, you're beating all of our top guys, and it's not a good look. So get out." So Shinryu leaves, forms his own gym. Ougikubo Shinryu fights. Their whole beef starts up. Shinryu loses in their first fight. They fight each other. They meet each other again. After Shinryu beats Zulu, Ougikubo says, "How's it cleaning toilets at ATT now?" Because now he's at ATT training with Kyoji after he lost to Kyoji. Shinryu says, "How dare you? And don't talk about my dad," even though his dad never was brought up in that conversation. Ougikubo says that he genuinely hates Shinryu. Shinryu says he genuinely hates Ougikubo. So. Man, it could be a whole. We can get into a whole thing. I guess the other common thing between these two as well is that they're both from the Tohoku region, but they're from Ougikubo's from Iwate, and of course Shinryu, Miyagi, Sendai, whatever. What do you think about this fight, Sam? Are you excited for it?
Yeah, I'm excited for the resolve to this never-ending conflict. I think it's a good fight on paper. I think it should be play out pretty high-skilled matchup. Ougikubo defending his belt for the first time. A rematch. In terms of how I think the fight will go, I don't think it'll differ too much from the first fight, unfortunately. I think Ougikubo is the stronger fighter, more offensive wrestling, more of a relentless style. He's on top of you a lot. I think for Shinryu's game to work best, he has to be on top and he has to be offensively grappling. I don't think Ougikubo will allow him that space. Don't think Ougikubo will allow him that striking. Shinryu often sets up his wrestling, his grappling with striking. Shitty 1-2s, get into range, bang, bang, bang. Ougikubo is a pretty game striking, or pretty game striking game, if you will. He's got nice boxing. I don't know. I just think Ougikubo is a better Shinryu. Even though they're different fighters, Shinryu are more of a grappler, Ougikubo more of an offensive wrestler. Just think Ougikubo is going to nullify him, and unfortunately it's going to be a nullification for 15 minutes.
Jay Wolf says, make sure you mention that Decision Merchant Snoozy Kubo hasn't finished a fight in 9 fucking years.
Yeah, but let me just clarify. I'm when people say Ougikubo isn't boring, they're saying that Ougikubo isn't a 100% boring fighter where he's not going to have a fun fight ever. What would be a good example of that?
That he hasn't. That he hasn't had a fun fight.
Like someone who hasn't had a fun fight ever.
Takeshi Izumi, maybe.
Izumi. Danny Sabatello would be a good example, though, right?
Okay, that's an even better example. Yeah.
He's never had a fun fight. Well, I guess you could say Ota, but come on, it's low hanging fruit. But let me go back to the point on Ougikubo. Ougikubo has had fun fights, and he will continue to have fun fights. Banger versus Motoya, banger versus Ishibutiri. both fights for Motoya were really good. You know, he's capable of having fun fights, and when the grappling or when the stylistic opportunity arises for Ougikubo, he'll have a fun fight. Like his style is nullification. Obviously, the fights are going to be quote unquote dull because he's nullifying them. That's the whole point.
Actually, I gotta ask: did you watch that Charlie guide that RIZIN put out as well?
I watched bits of it. I just skipped through the bits of fights I already know about.
Okay.
I watched it for like Bilal Kai Haga.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of almost exactly what Shingo says about Ougikubo. Why Ougikubo is able to win so handily on judges with the decisions, because he knows what to do, and if he gets into a bad position or something, you deliver 1-2. I think he said, I think auto dub translation to like, if you 1-2 Ougikubo, he resets and then he adjusts to it. He's able to adjust on the fly. So, yeah, I think that's kind of what you're saying, right?
He's such a he's an adaptive fighter. Like he's at such a high level where you're not going to find holes in his game. Like the only people to beat Ougikubo is the Haraguchis of the world, and these people who can offensively wrestle with him and put the beats on him in the striking game. Don't think Shinryu is either of those at this current point in time. Don't think the ATT level has transformed him astronomically.
So will Shinryu training with Jose Torres sway you?
No, I believe I've always maintained the opinion that Shorty is a completely average fighter, trying to cling on to the last bit of relevancy before he inevitably fades away into poor obscurity.
So okay, my God, chat's going bonkers. Okay. Ougikubo does what he does while other boring fighters claim to be exciting. That's the thing. Ougikubo even ramped the salty gimmick. He created his own like salt brand.
Oh,
Do you see it?
Yeah.
J Wolf says glazing Ougikubo while hating on Sabs. No, it's one guy. J Wolf, there is a light year difference. Sabatello says, "Go ahead."
Sorry, let me just say, how do you gather from what I said that I'm glazing Ougikubo? I say that he's a predominantly dull fighter, but that doesn't mean that he cannot have fun fights. When you say Snoozy-Kubo, he's boring, he's good decisions, yeah, you're not accounting for the fact that he's possible for him to have fun fights. You just say, every fight's shit, no. Like when you talk about the Motoya second fight, and even the first fight being bad fights, that's when I just know you're not willing to have actual debates, and you just want to spew your shitty fucking foreigner agenda. If you think Sabatello's entertaining over Ougikubo, I don't know what to tell you. That's goofy shit.
I think the broader point is that Ougikubo does not say, "I'm going to come in here, I'm going to see red, I'm going to make sure my opponent dies."
That's the other thing. Like Sabatello gets on the mic, he's like, "I'm coming to Fukuoka and I'm gonna fucking take his fucking head off." That's like,
and then chest to chest with the guy for 3 rounds.
Then he just mat returns for 15 minutes. Oh, I love you, bro, dude. You were my toughest fight for sure. He's like, okay. Ougikubo sells the gimmick, at least, he's a salty guy.
Super Anime King says this card doesn't need an extra fight when you're guaranteed the main event will go to a decision. Oh yes, they could have cut out the heavyweight fights. I think they could have cut out the entire heavyweight tournaments, if you ask me. Tizan says on Paperboard, Shinryu explained himself as habit is meditation, collecting eyeglasses. What animal does he think of himself as? A snake. What kind of girl do you like? White skin and cute type.
I mean, do you think Shinryu's the type to get girls?
I would love to say yes. If somebody told me he doesn't have a girlfriend at this point, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. Is it like because also don't forget his dad also kind of started him in martial arts, so I wonder if it's a thing where. Remember when Tenshin, like Daddy Nasukawa would always say, Tenshin's not allowed to date anybody while he's like in kickbox or like professional or something like that? It was something like along those lines.
Yeah. I still think Shinryu is more independent than Tenshin was during his early kickboxing years, with Daddy Teppen.
Superman case says, why did not just do a light heavyweight tournament? You already had the belt. I don't know. I think Jiri never returned the belt. I don't think. I think he still has it after since the pandemic happened. They weren't allowed. He couldn't come back to fight in RIZIN. I think he said it best. I think Ougikubo is again going to mog Shinryu for 3 rounds, and also as well, we have seen Ougikubo get better as a fight as these fights have progressed. That Motoya fight, he outstruck him nearly every round. It was almost entirely a striking battle for on Ougikubo's side, and he actually mogged Motoya with striking and grappling when he had to. Shinryu has not improved his striking for as long as I've watched him. It's even post ATT Shinryu, where let's see, who did he fight in tournament? He fought Urasan, which he didn't really need to strike in that fight.
Hiroya Motoya.
Was the Hiroya fight part of it was Hiroya, which he didn't need.
Oh, it was Arsen Motoya, Hiroya, Zulu.
Yeah. And then he got out grappled by Motoya, Su as well. Yeah, and his striking is still whatever. It's been the same.
Like weird zany fucking like tappy, but like he's only throwing it with the intention to get into range, grab the like double unders.
And the other thing also is is he gonna gas in the first round? Because that's what happens. He's mostly a first round finish guy. That's when he's mostly his strongest. And then after the second or third round, especially with a match like this where emotions are high and he obviously doesn't like Ougikubo, and I also think this. I think Shinryu is going to try so hard to finish Ougikubo, but Ogikubo's not even going to bother with that because he knows he doesn't have to.
I think if this was over 5, Ougikubo would finish him.
Okay.
Since this is 3, I'm still going to go with Ougikubo decision just because I don't feel bold enough to pick a finish.
Yeah. I have not seen it. Shinryu Kimura Zulu doesn't exactly make me think, oh well, you know what? Now is his chance. Now is his time.
Well, not subbing Hiroya.
Give credit to Hiroya. Hiroya's a tough guy. I don't think he's ever been finished in a fight, or I guess he's never been submitted in a fight. I don't think, right?
Yeah, maybe on Deep.
Okay.
I think he got submitted on Deep.
I know. I'm not the biggest Hiroya fan, but at least Hiroya kind of like toughs it out.
Yeah.
Somehow. I don't know how, but he just.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you even want to do MMA math, Motoya beat Hiroya, Ougikubo beat Motoya. So if you even want to go that stupid route, you can even go that. Yeah, I think easy. I think it's going to be another 3-round decision win for Ougikubo. I think he's going to fight exactly how you said, Sam. What do you think about all these rematches that RIZIN's been doing this year? This is one. Kubo Shadulyev was one. We might get Kleber versus Shadulyev as well. Super Anime King brings up Sabatel. Could be Naoki. Sometime this year after Naoki.
I'd assume it would be Naoki. I don't agree with the rematches unless they're justified. In this case, it is what it is because I don't believe there was any other clear-cut contenders at flyweight unless you wanted to plug Laramie in.
But you also have the Miyagi thing where
they needed a headliner in Sendai, so I understand why they did it. I think the Naoki Sabatello one is harder to justify. If that
because RIZIN would promote it as he got a win in PFL over the PFL tournament.
The tournament winner.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how I think they would justify.
I think if the divisions play out to a point where a rightful contender rises up and we eventually get the title fight, that isn't a rematch, it's fine. Like if Laramie wins this Motoya fight, then he fights Ougikubo in RIZIN 54, maybe RIZIN Super RIZIN New Year's Eve. I'm fine with that.
I think that also having the monthly shows also makes this as a consequence of that, because now you have to book cards every month with so-and-so fighters. And then if you want to do a title match, let's say fighter A fights in March, and then they have, it's a war, or they get injured, they may not be ready for fight in May or June or July or Super RIZIN or whatever.
I think RIZIN need to invest in more fighters that don't have the belt, and then they need to put on headliners and develop fighters that way. They need to put fighters on headlines that don't make total sense, but the Akimoto Hagiwara. The way that was a headliner, right?
Yeah.
That Kobe show did great, and that developed Hagiwara, developed Akimoto. I want to see more of those fights with actual grudge matches rather than just it's a flyweight title match, but there's not much to it. It is what it is. Even if it's a lower level fight or fight that could be had on the undercard, if there's genuine ability to market that and build fighters off it, I don't see why RIZIN shouldn't do that and lean into that, with especially with monthly events being their new thing this year.
So yeah, but again, that's also kind of you could be happy that there's monthly events, J Wolf. I know you're happy, but that is a consequence, is that they're gonna have to pick and choose. And Hiroshima, one of those shows where you have to pick and choose fighters, and same thing with Sendai, you're gonna have to pick and choose both positively and negatively. So
yes.
Not Patchy, I'm sorry.
Patchy Mix.
Hafid. I saw Patchy and I was like, we got Hafid in the chat. We had some recommendations at the beginning for you, man. So hopefully you'll take them into consideration. So
what do we say?
He said, which fights are you guys looking forward to this weekend? Would you like us to be honest, or would you like us to blaze and bullshit?
Let's give the corporate answer.
Corporate answer? Okay.
I'm excited for all the Fighters Flow fights.
I'm looking forward to all the fights, all the epic RIZIN fights. So also you can also put in the chat as well if you want to say which fights you're looking forward to, guys. I mean, if you ask me, okay, for this show, also you said which forward to this weekend. I'm assuming you just mean RIZIN. You don't mean UFC. What is it? Is it Bantam? No.
Bantam Bilal, yes.
Oh my god. That's this week?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a couple of fights on that.
Bilal and Bantam. What the fuck? Anyway, J Wolf says there's another option for monthly cards expansion. Let's not get into that.
Expand what? Fucking expand what? What are we to fucking expand? You just seen the product of monthly cards unfold on this 3-hour show where we rip the shit out of Landmark.
Yes.
Right? Where do you expand? Where do you expand?
Again, not ripping the shit out of landmarks that have been the two preceding landmarks. Landmark Fukuoka, fuck, man. Just
that was a numbered wordy.
Affy says he's looking forward to Motoya Laramie. So that's gonna be super interesting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that fight. I'm really
that's undeniably, sorry to interrupt, Andrew. That's undeniably the best fight on the card.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have the antibiotics playing into it. Is Laramie going to be able to perform or have the gas, over 3? It's an interesting one.
I mean, obviously Ougikubo Shinryu as well.
Yeah.
Is there a third fight?
Maybe the Blasian battle or whatever you want to call it. The tennis ball BeyNoah versus the King of Gratchan.
What about Yachi and ISAO?
Yeah, it could be an Onkfest, but it could also be very sloppy Onkfest, where it's just two withered old men hobbling around the RIZIN Octagon.
Happy agrees with you. Blasian battle will be epic.
Yeah,
I think I'm interested from that. I'm interested from that perspective. See, that's one of those, man. It was so funny. Remember when GSP was just talking about the Anderson Silva fight and why it never panned out, and if they had the fight now, I would have zero. Okay, the only reason why Rousey Carano fight interests me now because it was just kind of like one of those things you dreamed about as a kid. I mean, like, what is it? I think Yachi and ISAO can be again. I think 8-7 years ago, I'm excited for his fights, more so, but I'm still I have a curious interest about it. The Blasian fight can be. I think there could be something there. It's depending on how they fight.
The Blasian fight. It's just that's what they've been reduced to.
So yeah.
I mean, like, if you want to get fucking funky with it, if you want to get real zesty and out there, you could go Akada and Seiya Inoue, right?
It could be a dumb brawl, and I'm fine with dumb brawls. Yeah. T-Son says, people say once in a month is too often. Now RIZIN probably may not be once a month next year. I think, yeah, Sasahara said that. And then Sayaki said, sometimes Deep and RIZIN happen the same weekend. Yeah, that's true. They're,
yeah.
I mean, like this weekend we got RIZIN and RIZIN. Superman King said just something interesting. Where was it? If RIZIN is serious about doing another show in Korea, they should focus on it as expansion. The best way to get legitimate Korean fighters they can develop to eventually run the 10,000 arenas. I still don't know if a international show will happen this year. I don't know.
No,
just
because the schedule's booked, sure, pretty much. And so, what are we in now? June. This is Sendai. July will be Hiroshima. September will be 54, and Super RIZIN.
October or November.
If October and November.
Unless they do. Unless they think I don't think they would do like 2 shows in 1 month because they did that once and it did not work. It really did not work. So,
what was that?
Let's see.
Saga Landmark. August is Tokyo. No, Hafid is right.
Yeah,
August is 54 in Toyota Arena, and then September is Super RIZIN.
I think 125th says it. That I think they gotta bring it to Ireland, maybe the Jimmy Show. Ireland.
Yeah, God.
Actually, here's an interesting question from AZ Ray Videos. Sorry, I interrupt, Sam.
Yeah, no, but
PFL and oh my God, Scott Coker's new promotion will promote with RIZIN.
Coker Force?
I don't think PFL will. Maybe Coker's new promotion, but I don't know. Let's wait until they actually exist.
Well, what's cross promote? Cross promote is used so loosely in MMA terms. Cross promotion to me is an event.
Yeah.
So, sorry, a promotion coming together. So let's say Bellator for this example and RIZIN coming together, slap kabang, and they host an event together. They use Bellator fighters, they use RIZIN fighters. They compete or they just host fights and they're co-promoting. Both of them are promoting this. Co-promotion is not RIZIN sending PFL Naoki Inoue because of a UNEXT obligation, media obligation, broadcasting obligation. That's not cross-promotion, or Kana Watanabe, whatever you want to say. That's not cross-promotion, and that's never going to be cross-promotion. Like, for meaningful cross-promotion to happen in the modern day MMA, like, the promoters need to be on the exact same wavelength, like Scotty Cokes and Barra were at one point. If it was to be anyone,
that's true cross promotion. That is when J Wolf talks about co-promotion, all that good stuff. Yeah, that's exactly like Naoki going to PFL is not cross promotion. That's you next saying, hey, you need a fighter because you need a fighter from Japan who has like legit credentials because you're on our stream or you're on our service. So we're gonna send you Naoki and we're gonna send you Sasuke. So yeah, that's how it is. That's not that's being beholden to your bosses
and John Martin as well. I do believe he's a better CEO than Davis or Don Davis, which is not hard. But you keep on saying that yeah, we'd love to co-promote with RIZIN, we'd love to co-promote with blah blah blah. But like, I value action over words, as I've always. I think if it was to happen with anyone, it'll be Coker.
I think so too. So, but I don't like talking about things that don't exist until they actually happen. So, as far as I'm concerned, this promotion that Coker's If it doesn't even have a name, they don't even have an announced name. So as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't exist. I don't care about talking about what they could do until we see they actually exist. They could be just running shows in Anaheim or San Diego with no TV, like those few shows that remember that he did like a few years ago with like Chris Cyborg on doing boxing shows on them.
Yes.
Yeah, that could what it could be. J-Wolf getting mad at me at how dare I hate on the 2 events a month. Well, don't hate me because they happened once and people didn't go to them, or at least they went to one, not the other, because they also were too close to each other. So I mean, yeah, Fight Night at the Tech, that's what it was. So let's see. I'm trying to go.
Interesting questions in chat.
Sorry?
There's a few interesting questions in chat.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think about this two guy? Should we answer his questions? Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, and Azure Videos had another one I'd like you to put up. Thoughts on the fact that it takes RIZIN fighters several fights to adjust to the cage, since fighters can use shoes and it's in a ring.
Did he say that?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I don't think it matters that much anymore, really.
You don't?
No. More gyms have cages now, I think.
I mean, like, I think MMA, like ring culture at MMA has died out so much that it only matters for fighters that maybe have transitioned from kickboxing.
Oh, maybe,
which,
yeah.
I mean, like at that point, you're going to have issues in MMA, adapting to MMA as it is. I think, like, as a modern MMA fighter, you're growing up in a cage, you're sparring in a cage, you're probably fighting in the low level regionals in a cage. And RIZIN has a cage. RIZIN does landmark shows pretty fucking frequently now, so you have more than enough opportunity to fight in the RIZIN Octagon before it's all said and done.
Oh, yes, the RIZIN Octagon. Super Anime King says, it sucks UFC got the deal with Azerbaijan. That could have been a yearly event for RIZIN. It could be if Vugar Karamov was champion.
Like, Vugar fucked it up, unfortunately. I like Vugar, but I like Vugi, but like the one event they bring to Azerbaijan, he gets upkick KO'd. Tafik, and Tafik is obviously departed us now.
Who is they now? I mean, they have. I don't think they're going to run a show in Kyrgyzstan. Does Kyrgyzstan even have arenas?
I wouldn't know.
I don't think they do. So, I just don't. I don't see that happening. No Hawaii show, at least for the time being.
If there's to be an international event, I think for now it's Korea. I think we're limited to Korea. Maybe China, but China it's harder to get into.
Because how those China fighters are doing in RIZIN so far.
Yeah, I don't like China. Chinese MMA is like fraudulent, like fake fight. It's like Kazakh MMA in a way.
A lash pride.
Pride. Like this bout has been flagged for ineligibility issues.
J Wolf says, RIZIN Kyrgyzstan when? Why did Bara go have that meeting with their PM? I don't know. Like,
but these things don't just happen. Like he had a meeting with the prime minister. It's happening. Like how like the government has to pay for the site fee. Yeah. Like a lot of the times, and like so much work has to go into planning this, and like
I just thought it would have been funny. If they're like, can you release him to go to UFC this year?
UFC, so we can have an event here.
Yeah, can they invite him just to like, can you release him so we can have a UFC show here? It's like, so yeah, I don't know, yeah. And now he's saying he wants to go to UFC by this year. I think that's what was reported. I think
2 more fights. He said
2 more fights. So yeah, J Wolf, it might not be RIZIN Kyrgyzstan. It might be UFC Kyrgyzstan. And all the captain says that UFC. Oh, they were supposed to do a show in Kyrgyzstan back in 2020.
Pandemic, or like
maybe it been before. That just seems like. It just seems like a weird. I'm trying to say it just doesn't seem like under weird. Who other would it be? Shevchenko, who would have been like the
Yeah, I guess.
I don't even really associate her with Kyrgyzstan. Does she live in Peru? Is it, or does she?
No, it's Thailand and Thailand than Russia more than anything.
Jay Wolf says, how about RIZIN Australia for Damian Brown's rumored last fight against Patricky Bippo? Who? I never heard these rumors. Whose rumors are these?
Bro, like your schizo thoughts. Like, is that where you fucking got this from?
With all due respect, with all due respect to both of you, RIZIN Australia is probably could be more likely. I think. I think even with Damian Brown's connection, it's also Japan and Australia. It's very easy to get to. Even Pancras had a show in Australia. I don't know if you know that. They had like 2 or 3, I think. So that to me is more realistic, I think. I don't know. Do you agree with that, Sam?
Sorry.
No, that RIZIN Australia is much more of a realistic possibility because Damian Brown's there, and just also distance wise. Yeah, and you see how these guys are doing on Contender Series.
I don't like international events that just like RIZIN should go to Azerbaijan and they just put on like a local Azerbaijani show. Like I don't see how that benefits RIZIN. Like I don't think the Azerbaijani people attended that event and were like, I gotta fight in RIZIN now. You know, maybe the love for MMA, but like RIZIN isn't in the business for that. I don't feel they shouldn't be going abroad unless they have like a viable path to business success in that country, in my opinion.
Kaplan says he thinks it was supposed to be Jan and Marlon Moraes. Would they really subject? Imagine your first UFC main event in your country against Jan versus Moraes.
Would have been a good fight in 2020. Maybe Moraes.
Maybe okay. Yeah, I'm thinking Marlon Moraes now. So okay. Oh no, Jan would have fucking mocked him though. Still.
Yeah, Jan would have mocked anyone. Jan's a fucking mocker.
Afri Umipo asks how if Shadow Live has 2 fights, how would you match him up? Should he go up to the lightweight? Good question. I know this. I would just put him against Majima. Just someone different. I know he probably will destroy him. I don't want to see the Kleber rematch. I'm agreeing with you on J-Love. I don't want to see Kleber rematch him. I think Majima is kind of an interesting fight. Just because of Majima's old style grappling. But I know he has like a glass chin. So I know that's probably how the fight would end. And then probably, I think him versus Akimoto versus Shadolaev, New Year's Eve. I don't think going up to lightweight makes sense anymore now that Satoshi lost a belt. Because the whole thing was that Satoshi was so dominant at lightweight and Shadolaev was so dominant at featherweight, and they meet. And now that Satoshi lost his match and title, it seems I'm less interested in it if it's just kind of a super fight.
I don't think Shadolaev, if he has 2 fights, I don't think you should like give Akimoto and Gustavo or Satoshi, because like that kind of wrecks 2 divisions. Like and just he's gone. Poof. Like but you don't want to like you want to give him like fucking Ryo Takagi and Kyungo Kim. Exactly right. Like you want to have big fights for him. Obviously, he's the best fighter in RIZIN right now. Like he needs to be involved in these big fights. Like you could honestly do the Kleber rematch maybe, and then leave him go up to lightweight. I think RIZIN should avoid the Akimoto fight.
I think the Akimoto fight is going to happen regardless. I think that's at least the plan. I don't know what happens in between though. But the lightweight doesn't. I'm not interested in Shadolaev versus Gustavo. Honestly, it doesn't interest me as much as like versus Satoshi.
More questions in the chat. You have a lot to get to, Andrew.
Oh my God! Yes. Hafid wants to know what's the greatest possible super fight in RIZIN history. Well, I think Shadolaev versus Satoshi would have been that. I think greatest possible. I think you gave some suggestions as well before. Oh no, you didn't. What would be the possible greatest super fight?
Like realistic, or I don't know what era. Like, can we like go like drag people from eras. Like,
It would be if we're going like any era, it's probably like Jiri versus Fedor or something like that.
Something crazy, yeah. Mikuru versus like Mikuru has to be in it, right? Mikuru versus like a fireball kid.
Because okay, so if you want, because Mikuru had the fight of Yachi, that could be considered like a super fight, and Mikuru mobbed him. Kyoji Tenshin.
That happened.
Yeah. Takaru Tenshin as well. That's technically RIZIN as well. Right now, oh my god, I don't know. Maybe Sudario versus Taka Kenshin. Maybe.
God.
I don't know.
Akimoto versus Ran would be pretty fucking big.
Which one? Sorry.
Akimoto versus Ran, and then we have our on Ran, but that's a big fucking fight.
I'm trying to think like women's fights as well.
You do like I was gonna say ISAO Arena, but that happened.
I remember. I know RIZIN was gonna do Wanderlei versus Carwin way back.
Yeah, sure. Weren't they gonna do Wanderlei versus?
Here Hafid said Krokop Fedor 2016. They could have done that then. Actually, that really could have happened.
Would have been an Ungfest. You know, Krokop fought that Indian. Oh no, Fedor fought the Indian. Krokop fought the Iranian, right?
Yeah, Ali Akbari. Yes.
Yeah, Ali Akbari.
But then I think Fedor signed with Bellator at that point.
Fedor was like tied up with all this like M1 global shit. Like it was just probably a nightmare to deal with those guys.
Mm-hmm. So, Hafid says, "What if Kyoji Kyoma happened back in 2023 when Kyoma was 35? I think Kyoji would have mogged him."
Yeah, I don't think Kyoma would have been as big of a name either, right? And like, you have to factor in that he lost to Motoya around this time. Like, I think Kyoji just would have bested him, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Dare I even say that maybe Kyoji even now beats Akimoto
at 35? You think?
The Motoya fight really throws me off for like Akimoto. Like I'm just thinking of like Akimoto's getting just sunned in that fight. And yeah, the weight cut maybe had something.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm just thinking of like a Stormer fight here. So picture this. Yeah, man. You know who he fights?
Okay.
Philip Kimura in 4 ounce.
They were supposed to fight as well. Remember, Fight Club?
They were supposed to fight Fight Club. Philip got arrested for medicinal marijuana. Well, not
4 ounce was MMA or kickboxing?
Don't think it matters because I don't think either are going to shoot.
That's good. Actually, that's a good point. Yeah.
You know.
Okay, trying to get to the chat stuff. Sorry, you can still think of fights. I don't know. I've run out. I'm trying. I don't know. Like I've run out of. Honestly, Satoshi Shadolaev had Satoshi not lost is probably the biggest super fight I could think of in this current era. Like that is a big like what if, just in terms of skills, and I honestly have no idea how that fight would go. I could see Satoshi submitting Shadolaev, but I could see Shadolaev yeeting Satoshi as well. So that is maybe could have been the biggest super fight in this current era, I think. And then I guess previously Fedor Jiri, Fedor Krokop 2 as well. Thankfully, Bellator did Fedor and Rampage. Thank God you guys did not do it. Yes. Thankfully, they got rid of it and you guys didn't have that package.
RIZIN kind of like inherited the promotion for that fight. You know, they did a RIZIN Confessions for that fight.
I know. I'm sorry. Here it is. Gabby Garcia versus Yumiko the Shinobu Kandori. The fight that was supposed to happen.
Oh, God. Shibata versus Asakura 2?
No, hopefully not. Yeah.
Yeah.
J.O. said that Michael Schiavello suggested Brown Patricky.
Oh my God, nobody fucking cares.
But Brown says he can't even make 155 at this point.
But like Brown is like 37, like 38. Like he's in his 40s.
He could do it at welterweight, maybe. I know you love that, J Wolf welterweight.
Yambo Saika, RIZIN 170.
Captain says Mikuru versus AJ McKee. I think McKee sons Mikuru. It's no competition. I personally feel like. Yeah, I agree. There shouldn't be. I don't want to waste a clever rematch. I really think it's unnecessary. Do you agree, Sam? Especially with two fights.
If he has 2 fights, like just give him somebody new at featherweight. I don't know who. Like maybe Majima. That's the only option.
Smile Bomb says he's at work, but he's active in chat. Appreciate the support. Thank you so much, Smile Bomb. Excuse me. Super Anime says Tension versus Mikuru in MMA. That would be. That would be.
Tension with Darson.
Yeah. And yeah, Afri says that Shaq become an all-time great featherweight in RIZIN, has a gem in their hands. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're gonna have to hand that gem away and just do fights.
Yeah. Oh my God, we got more. Let's see, we got Cena versus Taka Kenshin, Wanderway Mirko 3. Oh, they could have done that as well. Yeah. Hiroya versus Shoei Torres. Gustavo versus Spike. I wouldn't call that a super fight, but I think that would have been an exciting fight. Yaman versus Chihiro Suzuki. Okay, when I'm thinking of super fights, I'm thinking of fights that maybe, I don't know, like Anderson Silva GSP is like a super fight. That to me is super fight.
Super fights don't come around in even like the UFC often. So like for RIZIN, I feel like it's harder to justify calling something a super fight. Yeah,
if you want me a super fight positive, like, oh, you would look forward to it, yeah. In that case, Yaman, Chihiro Suzuki, Gustavo versus Spike, yeah. And Hafid wants to still see BeyNoah versus Nazimov. Oh man,
murder.
You are a monster.
No, Nazimov would like boot his head like a tennis ball. Like you see, BeyNoah dyed his hair green.
Yes, I saw that.
You know, like what the fuck.
And let's see. Muhammad says King Reina versus Gabby Garcia. I think RIZIN was trying to build up to that fight. I really do believe that. You don't have to confirm it, Hafid?
The porn off.
Yes, the porn off. Would you guys have liked to see Jiri versus Mirko in 2018? Yes, 100%. Jiri was at the top, and Mirko was also at the top. And I think you guys were supposed to book that fight, but it didn't happen.
God, Mirko was on like a copious amount of like he was on fucking turnabout to like the sixes.
You think Yachi's on shit? Mirko was. I don't think a man could have gotten bigger from his time in Pride to Bellator, to UFC to Bellator, or to UFC to RIZIN to the man just.
He had a stroke as well, didn't he?
Yeah. Like, don't want to make the connection, but yeah.
Yeah, I think he was having too much.
And Hafid loves your picture, by the way, Sam.
Oh, Sarah Oshima.
Yeah,
I selected it carefully.
Okay. Okay. Super Anime King says, Nagano versus Jones, biggest potential super fight. I still think that can happen.
I don't think UFC will let Jones out of that UFC restrictive content or contract rather. I think MVP would make that fight if Jones was a free agent, but you know how Dan is.
I'm also seeing Ryan Garcia versus Ren Hiromoto being suggested as a super fight. Ren Hiromoto, I don't think makes out the first round versus Ryan Garcia. I don't think he makes out the first 2 minutes. Honestly, there is no way that. Do you agree, Sam? There's no way Ren Hiromoto at all.
It depends what round, like, because you know how Ryan Garcia is. Like, if he comes in game,
we're talking like drugged up, drunk, whatever,
like
insane.
And like we need to be realistic because we're talking about Ren Hiromoto versus Ryan Garcia here. But like, if the fight was to happen, you'd feel like Ryan Garcia would be like trolling, right? He might carry Ren Hiromoto through.
I wouldn't think that fight would even happen, even if it was announced by RIZIN. I wouldn't believe it till I saw it.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah. Aniki says this, and he said this in his video. I want to ask you this, Sam. Mikuru versus Connor.
What do you want me to ask? What did you want to ask?
So, Aniki in one of his recent videos suggested that once Connor leaves after UFC, RIZIN can get him and put him against Mikuru. Your thoughts?
Do RIZIN want to sell off their entire roster to fund a Conor main event?
I would be worried that Conor would get lost. He would get on the wrong plane and somehow wind up in Guam or something. I don't trust that man at all. I do not believe this Holloway fight happens until I actually see it, for example.
Yeah. I mean, Conor and RIZIN is like a pipe dream. I'd love to see it, but like once Conor fights out of his UFC contract, I think it's like a BKFC thing for him. You know, like these
maybe
kind
MVP,
of
like Super Anything says. He says MVP. So
maybe MVP, but like even then, I can't see Conor doing that like sideshow shit. You know, it's either like this like his like notorious boxing promotions or like some shit like that, or like BKFC. If anything, maybe he just retires.
And Mohammed, I think, says the best crossover fight. Shadalaya versus Kirazev. I don't know. But Kirazev, is he still injured? Or he got shot?
Yeah, like that guy needs to run back spin back the block before he has super fights. Guy got like shot 9 times. Like, go spin back, bro.
And Hafid has a good point. Ev versus Ev, or I guess Ov versus Ov fights don't move the needle. You're right, but I think I'm thinking just in terms of like super fights. Whatchamacallit? Just
like skill wise.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. I'm not thinking like box office wise at this point. I'm thinking skill wise. That was always the thing about the GSP Anderson Silva fight, is that it would have done great pay-per-view buys, absolutely, but that fight was just like the 2 best in UFC at that time. Let's see. King Silo's in the thing.
We're getting everyone here. It's a party.
Oh my god. What were you guys doing when we were talking about Hayato versus Taylan Yuasa?
Me and Andrew were talking about Tachan for like fucking 30 minutes and nobody was there.
That's the real shit. That's the real shit.
Fucking big fans.
Superman Making, I don't know how he got shot, honestly. I don't know how he got shot. All I know is that I saw PFL, or was it MMA Fight, breaking news, Tim Hercules has been shot 9 times.
He had a graphic.
I'm like, and he somehow survived. So
50 Cent.
Yeah. Kome Day says, 1, Conor needs to be louder, angrier, and have access to a time machine. 2, whenever Conor's not on screen, all the other characters should be asking, where's Conor? He also says that recent Ougikubo was stinky fucking diaper. Yeah, skill-wise, there are many fights that can be made that people won't care about. I agree. No, I agree. But I'm like, for RIZIN, I think you're right. You said before that Shadalayev Vugar is more compelling for Japanese fans. I agree with that. I think you would do as well too, Sam, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think the most compelling fight for Japanese fans would be Shadalayev versus McKee. Because they have this, like, I know McKee.
Oh, that one.
Because they have like an image of McKee in their head, like, because he beat Satoshi, right? Yeah. So they have that like image of him in his head as like the world beater, like the guy. So I think if Shadalayev was to fight him, he beats AJ McKee. Shadalayev would become a fucking god in Japan.
Yeah, I think okay, that's the best super fight that RIZIN can make. T-San says Takao, you wait versus Pain.
T-San's getting like hang up the humor.
T-San, you're understanding our humor now. Please don't go down this rabbit hole. Do not become brain rot like us.
He's going to be talking about fucking Combate Global by next week. And like, expand, send it in.
Yeah. Maybe that's the super fight. Is Izawa versus, what's her name? Placios? Or again, Janet Garcia.
What's the OnlyFans whore that's like begging RIZIN on Twitter? It's like, I want to fight Kato Oyama. Like, the fucking
she has the 3 names. She has the 3 names.
Like Katie Lingzin Garcia or something
like that. She fought in Bellator.
Some fucking slop doing interviews with Kevin K.
This will be the last question we get to before we sign off. Super Anime King says, if RIZIN brings back the light heavyweight belt, who should they bring in? I could see a roided up dude like Frederick Vosgron being a draw in Japan. Who is that gentleman? I am not familiar with that gentleman.
He's the big autistic looking guy in Octagon. Like he kind of looks like Shrek. Yeah.
Oh, I know this guy. Okay, I saw this guy on. He had a fight recently, and was Was it Octagon or KSW?
I think it was Octagon. He's like the roided up Patty, I think it was his. Like,
that was this guy. Oh my god, yes.
The social media moniker.
But who would he face though? That's the only thing. There's no one.
Yeah, this guy's like a freak show fighter. It's like some guy J Wolf would love.
But also Octagon doesn't really loan their fighters as well. So
I don't think he has issues with Octagon. I think he like stepped out of an event because like
that was him. Oh, that was him. Okay. Patty Lesnar. Patty Lesnar.
He was backstage, and I think like he was hot or warm or something. Octagon didn't offer him a drink, or his girlfriend a drink, or some shit like that, and he like refused to fight. She's like refused to fight.
Was he one of the ones that was cut from Octagon recently?
Don't think so. I know they did drug testing, more reformed drug testing. So
just randomly, you're like, okay, we're gonna start doing drug testing, guys.
Half the roster just fucking goes.
I don't know if this guy makes it the RIZIN. What happens if they don't offer him some if they don't offer his girlfriend some Ocha? This guy just might storm out of the Superdome. So I don't know if I trust him. Oh, his girlfriend wasn't allowed in the cage. Okay. Okay. Again, it's just who would he fight though? It will have to be like probably Gaijin versus Gaijin type thing.
Yeah, Japanese fans don't care about that enough.
Yeah, the indifference. Aniki says Wolf Fury versus King Edo Polo, but instead of having a fight, is determined by who has more juice in their piss. I don't know if Ed Polo is juicing. Who's that? Sorry,
Shamrock.
Oh, Shamrock. Yeah, that's the guy who you want in. That's the guy who should come to RIZIN.
That's a guy I'd like to see fight one of like Gustavo versus Shamcock. Like that could be something. That could be something.
So, Sam, we're gonna sign off. You're back on Twitter, right?
I am back on Twitter after a lengthy process. More than 10 days. BeyNoah rescinded all 18 of their DMCAs toward my account. We're back. And we're posting about Shamrock. So give me a follow.
Yeah, and also you have your Substack. Are you going to take time out to do a Substack on Landmark 14?
God, maybe if I have nothing else in the world better to do, I'll post something before this card. If not, I'll be tweeting about it, probably making fun of it. Okay, J Wolf, just because I love you. Soldakin versus PDF. So PDF. I don't know if you could say that and mention J Wolf in the same sentence. Oh, stop it. Stop it, Sam. Phil de Freeze, however you want to pronounce his fucking name. Anyway, everybody, please. Sorry? T-San one more. You got to get it in before the stream ends. Kimura versus Akizawa. Oh my god. We've ruined T-San. T-San has lost his pureness. Anyway, please like and subscribe if you haven't. Leave a comment. If you're not following the RIZIN Twitter thing, it's We Are RIZIN Pod. Join the Discord as well. Everybody gets along the Discord. We never fight about anything, so please join and join the. There's only Christ build members. Yes, we all get along. Nobody has any turret thoughts towards one another. As well, also, I'm not doing the MMA sucker thing. I told the editor I'm not doing it for Landmark 14. I don't have the time or the brain power to do it. Fake fan. Oh yeah. Fake fan. Anyway, you can check out the show on RIZIN.tv this Friday going to Saturday if you're in America. So make sure you check the proper time and all that stuff, because I think it's 12 a.m. Eastern, I think. Appreciate it. Everybody who came in. Thank you to Ranmei King. Thank you, J Wolf, as always. Aniki, thank you for taking. I know you're a busy guy as well. Komede, everybody who came in to chat. Hopefully you all find some enjoyment this weekend in some sort of fights, and take care, everybody, and join us for the review show when I announce it, whenever that'll be. Take care. If I can hit this fucking no, it wants me to ask if I want a outro stream. No, thank you. No, thank you.